just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, 'cause nobody made us, and no one can take this 'cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with this.
Good morning. It is Patrick and the people. Welcome to, what is today? Wednesday, right?
All day.
Yeah, how about that? We made it to the middle of the week already, and good times, good times. Of course, everybody knows Amanda from the break room. Introduce
morning.
yourself, man.
How's it going? I am the host, CEO of the Po Boys podcast. My name's Jodie B. I'm a lifelong Arkansan. Been around for almost 40 years. So,
All right, man. Well, hey, we're excited to have you here today. So hang out, have fun, and we're going to, kind of get things going. But here in a minute, I'll do some news and stuff. Feel free to, chime in, comment, whatever.
Yes,
What's going on with you today, Amanda?
I have no idea. No, watching the weather.
What's going on with that?
Well, Jody and I were talking about this before we got geared up and everything, but the high today is 64, the low is 62, and I'm just, I'm looking at that beautiful Arkansas weather where we're like,
It's February.
Are we going to get a tornado,
Hope
by the next weekend or something?
Well, I hope not, man. I mean,
I
it's
don't know, man.
The way the weather's been going, it's going to be a snow-nado.
It may be.
next week.
could be. Yeah, you never know. Is it supposed to cool back down again?
In like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, no, that's
I mean,
that's
it'll go
kind of
back
how we
down.
do things
yeah.
here.
I mean, the high on Saturday is 80.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
80.
In
Yeah.
February, yeah.
And then it drops down to 45 after that, and then we'll have a little bit of cold stuff, and then it gets stupid. In like 2 weeks, the low's 26.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody should fire the groundhog.
Seriously.
all right then. Well, let's get
Sorry,
to some.
Brandon, it's not gonna be.
No, you're good. Let's get to some things that you probably need to know today, and I've got a few of them here that may be of interest, may not. Hell, I don't know. Let's see. Let's start with this. The USPS, United States Postal Service, won't be accepting packages from China or Hong Kong. Yesterday, the Postal Service released a statement saying they're temporarily suspending international packages until further notice. That means if you're waiting on Temu or anything like that, gonna wait a little longer. Gonna wait a little longer for that $3 belt. You know what I mean?
It's one size fits all, Patrick.
Is it? Yeah, no, it definitely is not. Southwest Airlines rolling out a number of new changes. One of them will affect short flights, drink service being scrapped on any trip that takes under 40 minutes. That's soda, alcohol, whatever. You could have water or coffee. But, yeah, it probably makes sense. Probably, given the circumstances of, you're trying to zoom in.
Brandon says have Patrick fix the cameras. I was going to try to do
Hold
it
on.
myself.
Hold on,
because
everybody.
I can do everything.
I'm a professional. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're going to go through. And
Of course, I
Step one.
wouldn't know what they were supposed to look like. So
let's see what we got.
I hate to interrupt you when you're doing
All
the
right.
news.
No, you're good now. It's perfect time. That's
All
great.
right.
So anyway, yeah, they should probably not be serving booze as often as possible at this point in airplanes because people
No.
don't know how to act in them now.
Yeah.
I think if you get over maybe a 2-hour flight, maybe you could have a drink. But I'm saying, man, people act foolish these days at
Mhm.
airports, man.
I mean, they're barely giving peanuts or pretzels or whatever it is now. You know,
Yeah.
you got to hit a certain
Do
amount
you?
of time in the air,
Yeah.
I think. Or you got to sit in first class.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't be in first class. That's for
Have
sure.
you ever flown first class?
I haven't. I have not. Do you like it?
I do.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
I do. I
Yeah,
did.
no,
I did it one time, and I was like, "Yeah, this is tits."
I don't
This
fly.
is the best.
This
How
is
much?
the
How much
best.
more is it to fly first class on a regular ticket?
About when I went, it was probably about 4 times as much, 3-4 times as much.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was manifesting at that point in time in
Yeah.
my
No, I'll
life.
manifest some savings.
Yeah. No shit. I caught caught a few resentments.
Um,
I was living a lifestyle I wasn't able to afford yet.
But that's what I was going to say. I've been on a few flights, and I'm not going to pay for booze, let alone an upgrade in the seat.
Well,
$15 shots of Jack Daniels. I'm okay, thanks.
No,
Wait till I get home.
I can hit the bar before I get there if I
Yeah.
need to.
Ooh.
I mentioned this yesterday, but the largest home insurer in California asking officials for an emergency rate hike, 22% on average.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Who is that?
State Farm. They say they're
Dicks, I knew
losing
it.
their ass
Yeah.
out there because of the wildfires.
Can't
But
stand it.
listen, man, I'm not falling for it.
I'm not
I'm
either.
sorry. I mean,
Nope.
99% of the time you don't pay shit.
Yeah.
So you got all that money, State Farm.
Yeah.
Use it.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sometimes you got to spend it. You can't just make it.
I don't think they're losing their ass. They're doing their job.
I don't feel
Right,
any
well, I
sympathy
mean,
for
that's-
the
that's-
insurance
I mean,
companies.
It-
They're not
look,
doing their jobs.
Yeah.
They need to do their jobs.
the Sandman creator. His name is Neil Gaiman. He's been hit with he's been hit with rape and human trafficking suit after
That's not
accusations
nearly as
started flying, filed by lawyers for a former New Zealand nanny of his and musician Amanda Palmer's son. The claim arises out of his abuse of the plaintiff. See what it tells me. Doesn't say much more than that. So we'll see what happens there. I don't even really know who the hell Neil Gaiman is, I'll be honest.
I saw something about it yesterday, and basically, like, took a young girl that was a fan, and then, like, became friends with her, and like brought her on as a nanny, but then basically wasn't paying her and was having his way with her,
Oh,
according to her
God.
reports. Yeah,
Oh,
and the
yeah.
wife was complicit.
Oh, wow. Man.
You think the accent makes it better or worse?
Gross.
Even Arnold took care of the nanny.
Just saying, it's a
Even
bad
Arnold took
situation.
care of the nanny and the kid. You know what I mean?
It's not a British accent, Jody. It's an
Oh,
Australian one. So.
New Zealand.
Get
yeah,
over
There's
here.
a whatever. There's a big difference. There's
Yeah.
nothing sexy about
It's
that.
closer to G'day, mate.
Yeah, it's not Idris Elba. you
Get in the
know?
trunk.
You're like,
No, Idris Elba. Everybody loves Idris.
Yes.
Two L.A. County prosecutors are claiming District Attorney Nathan Hochman retaliated against them for supporting resentencing for the Menendez brothers. Brock Lunsford and Nancy DeBurge, who were demoted, announced they're seeking damages from the office, may file a lawsuit. They claim he demoted them because they recommended resentencing convicted murderers Eric and Lyle Menendez, who you may recall shot their parents to death back in 1989. They claim they were defamed by them as well. They say they were obligated to recommend resentencing based on the facts. I don't know the facts.
Yeah.
I know what they said. I mean, I don't have a problem with them getting out, I guess. Some people do. They've been in there a long time, and
Sure.
Yeah.
they
I
were
mean,
pretty damn young when it happened.
And their parents are dead, so I mean,
Yeah.
it's not like they're a real threat to the community.
No, they weren't serial killers. They
No.
just took out their own parents
Yeah.
for whatever reason. I mean, to be rich or whatever. Didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
Let me put it like that. Billy Ray Cyrus may have a
boy.
strained relationship with his daughter, but he congratulated her on her Grammy. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, who gives a shit
Really, honestly,
about
nobody
either
cares.
one of them?
No, I don't care.
I'm good.
This is weird, though. A Colorado Springs woman had an unwelcome visitor for days. Officers responded after she noticed footprints near the cellar door, found signs of an intruder. The suspect was gone at the time, but returned later, prompting a second call. Turned out the guy had been living there for days. He was taken into custody, and man, how freaky is that to have someone living under your house for days and you don't even know?
I'm like, not okay
I mean,
with
man,
that.
that might cause you to change your whole protocol.
Seriously,
Like, I'd have to reevaluate everything then.
everything.
Because if days have gone by and I don't know,
And I don't.
man, no, I'm going to feel a type of way
Whoa.
about that.
Yeah.
That's
That's a level of paranoia that I would enter that I don't think I would come out of for a very long time.
yeah, that'd be some. Even
I'd
I
be
would feel some
smoking a lot of
paranoia.
weed for a
Yeah,
very
no,
long time.
that's a lot of paranoia.
Yeah.
I mean,
Speaking of
that's
smoking, I feel like it could be a new form of pest control service. Like you pay somebody $100 to come and smoke out underneath your house.
yeah,
Get
right.
a fog machine.
Just
and
to
chase
make
the people
sure.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you?
Hey,
Uh,
creating jobs.
Yeah.
I guess this is good news. Officials confirmed that all 67 victims in the midair crash near D.C. have been recovered. The coroner confirms that one of the remains not identified yet. A pilot, of course, for American Airlines, collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter as both fell into the river. Cockpit and tail of the jet were recovered earlier yesterday. It was the deadliest crash since 2001.
Yep.
Let's see. What is some weak news today? I'm beyond. Hey, here's a good one. A Florida homeowner.
Y'all
It
go
is,
out there and F some stuff
Yeah.
up. Patrick's bored.
We need
Yeah.
field reporting, please.
Well, you know, you just look at it and you go, ah.
Yeah.
A Florida homeowner got an unpleasant surprise when a mystery chunk of ice dropped from the sky and punched
Yeah.
a hole through the house's metal roof.
Was it a meteor?
It was some
Was
frozen
it, was
poopy.
it, yeah, was it Joe Meteor?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they called 911 to report chunks dropping from the sky on the road,
Chunks.
hitting the house. The FAA was notified the home was cleared for residents. Nobody was injured. Yeah, somebody dropped the poop.
Was there any damage that like the FAA is going to have to cover? Or
Well, I
whatever
mean, the
the
hole
airline
through a
was?
roof.
$35 worth of sheet metal.
Ew.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
So it's like that much.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. Here's some things you need to know today. After speaking with both Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum and Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau, Trump reached agreements to pause tariffs yesterday. They all announced it that Mexico is deploying 10,000 Guard members to their border. Trudeau announced that they're going to put more people on their border and stop the flow of fentanyl. Crews continued to work in the Potomac, pulling stuff out. We know that. 2 men in 2 different states arrested on charges that included impersonating ICE agents. Come on, man. Get a life, bro, would you? That's so stupid.
Seriously, get a life.
This is
Really
interesting.
pathetic.
This is interesting. Now, I know I have a feeling when I read it this morning that there's going to be a lot of people talking about this, and I'm not going to get in depth, but I will give credit. I've not heard this idea before, and it's of interest. During a visit to the White House by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu yesterday, the administration announced the intention for the United States to take over the Gaza Strip, level the area, completely rebuild it. As for what Palestinians should do, they're going to leave the area. And then they're going to rebuild everything and basically open it up for everybody.
Right.
And preside over it to maintain peace.
Yeah, send Disney buses
All
over
right.
there just to get
Yeah.
people back and
All
forth.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
It's outside the box. Thinking it's different. I don't know. I mean,
Sure.
how long have they been fighting over that? Hundreds of years?
Yeah,
maybe?
I mean, how many resources did they waste coming up with that out of the box idea?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we could talk about how we've been wasting money. Apparently,
Yeah.
we've been wasting a lot of money.
What is it our business over there?
Well, I think the answer to that question from some people would be, we have a relationship with Israel that dates way back. Others might say peace in the Middle East.
Sure.
I'm down
You know,
for peace in the Middle East.
I don't know if we do or don't. To be honest, I think
Yeah.
it's one of those gray areas where it's hard to say. Hard to say. Some people have very strong feelings about it, though.
I also have very strong feelings about
No,
it.
I mean I get that. I mean I think on all sides of the equation. I mean
Yeah.
everybody has feelings.
So what's
about
the plan? Like, it's already kind of a shithole. They take it, they dust
Well,
it off.
if they level it and come in and put in infrastructure and build out business, housing, all that
then
kind of
people
stuff.
will fight over it more.
Well, that's I guess what they're in theory you would have people there who keep peace,
Yeah.
peacekeepers
Okay.
that would be in place until such time as I guess it smooths out. I don't know.
Great plan. Terminators. That's what they're going to put over
Yeah,
there.
that'd be good.
Just
Skynet.
drones. Yeah.
Let's see what else. Egg prices are apparently leading some opportunistic people to take advantage of a hot commodity.
Eggs.
100,000 eggs stolen from the back of a trailer on Saturday.
That's
How
hilarious.
How do you
Oh,
get
shit.
rid of them? I mean,
Yeah.
you're not going to eat 100,000 eggs. I mean, where are you going to? What's the black market for eggs?
It's
Where's that?
amazing to me
Seriously.
we live in a world where you can go to the weed store, but then you got to go see your egg dealer.
Right, no
Right?
doubt, no doubt about it. This is a great story. This guy, while skiing behind his cabin near Collingwood, Ontario, Dave Cameron. Oh, that's from yesterday. Why is that even here?
Oh,
I don't like that. But here's one. This is a good one. Last Saturday night, 4 dads intervened to stop a gunman who opened fire at a high school band competition in Pasadena. Did injure a man in his mid-20s. The suspect, an 83-year-old man
Bro.
who claimed he's acting out of fear, was disarmed and restrained by the group till cops got there. The men, who all had military and law enforcement backgrounds, were praised by the community for quick actions. They said they were just reacting to the situation.
Yeah. Wow.
This is going to be.
Grandpa had a moment and started unloading.
I don't know why.
Look, I don't know if you guys have kids, but if anybody's
Yeah.
been to a high school band performance,
I do understand.
I'm surprised nobody gets shot at those things more often.
I mean, it is brutal. I was in the band. I watched this morning, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of buzz about it today. I don't know. Marvel released the first full trailer for the Fantastic Four First Steps.
Yeah. I saw that.
They got their look at the first family. It includes Eben Moss Bacharach has been Grim, Pedro Pascal, who I love, as Reed Richards. Although
it's weird.
it is odd. It doesn't have the look, but I'll probably get past it because he's Pedro Pascal.
No shit.
Is that the Mandalorian guy?
Same
yeah.
days.
Yeah, I know. It's a weird
Cashing
thing.
Disney checks.
Meow chicka meow meow.
Women oddly find him so sexy.
One of the things I find so sexy about him, and it's probably very weird, and so he did a Corona commercial, right?
Yeah.
But like he acts like he's gonna drink the Corona, but there's the lime in it still.
Yeah.
And there's kind of just a bit of humor to that I just think, I don't know. It's
Does
just,
he growl while he pushes it? Oh yes.
No, no, but he's just funny to
love.
me.
He is a great actor. Vanessa Kirby, I like her as well, is Sue Storm, and then Joseph Quinn is Johnny Storm. The trailer shows that the movie takes place in a retro-futuristic version of 1960 Manhattan. Teases the big threat they may have to face with a brief shot of the Devourer of Worlds, Galactus. I don't know. If the trailer's an indication, it looked like the same, more of the same. It looked boring. It looks
very boring.
uninspired. It did not look like, it looked very Disney-fied. That's what I'll say. It looked real Disney. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I am.
You guys into the comic book movies?
I like them. Yeah,
Yeah.
I do.
I love Deadpool. Deadpool's
yeah.
great.
No, Deadpool is
All
among
three
the
of them.
best.
Yeah.
No, it's a phenomenal character. You know, he fought like hell to get that character.
Yeah.
It took him about 10 years.
I like to see the payoff because that's the deal. Is usually they milk the cow, and by the third one, you roll your eye. You go, okay, yeah, you're Deadpool on Mars.
Yeah.
And it's,
I am interested in
Told Trump.
seeing him when he comes into the bigger universe with the Secret Wars and all that's going to happen soon.
but
But
change Disney's format. They have R-rated movies on there now. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have that before Deadpool. You couldn't watch rated R stuff.
what
on there.
happened was that Deadpool made a lot of money.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what happened, you know. A new record was set Saturday when an ultra-rare 1915 Cyclone V-twin motorcycle was sold at auction for just over $1.3 million. It was part of the Urban S. Hirsch III collection. Urban S. Hirsch III collection. Muffy, get my bike. And Ultra Rare is accurate. It was only in production from 1913 to 1915. 14 estimated to exist. One of the 5 left are in racing configuration. The engine was the first in the U.S. to use an overhead camshaft and was the most powerful at the time. It probably won't matter to the winning bidder since you can't drive it on the freeway. You know. Let's talk a little bit of sports stuff here. When it comes to betting on the Super Bowl, you can have a lot of fun wagering on different prop bets. Here are a few more. The coin toss, you can bet on that. The length of the national anthem, the over-under is at 1 minute and 58 seconds, by the way. Color of Gatorade dumped on the winning coach. Over the past 5 Super Bowls, orange and blue have hit twice and purple once. The first commercial will be, and you have your choice of Doritos, Bud, Pepsi, DraftKings, or Apple.
Ooh.
First celebrity cameo, will it be Taylor, Peyton, Kevin Hart, The Rock? Who will win? Who will the Super Bowl MVP thank first? God,
Taylor.
family, coaches, the fans.
Taylor
Swift.
sure.
Yeah. Probably so.
No matter who
Yeah,
wins.
even if the Eagles
no
win.
matter who wins, they're
No,
taking
that's
their.
it.
We'd
That's
like
it.
to thank Taylor Swift for being here.
Yeah, I like that. With Fox Sports, for some reason, not yet having a dedicated streaming partner, it's left some
Aw.
cord cutters wondering where they're going to stream Super Bowl 59. I'm not sure why they say they don't have a dedicated streaming partner. They own Tubi, and that's where it's going to stream, on Tubi.
Nice.
It also will stream on Hulu with Live TV, Direct TV, Sling TV, YouTube TV, Fubo, and that link that you get in that YouTube video that you have to keep
Yeah.
relinking to because sometimes it gets too many people watching it. And
What?
I don't know what that
What
is.
link are you
I
talking about, Patrick?
Cannot confirm or
I-
deny.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about that.
I am unaware of that such a link exists.
well, it's been 3 days since the nuclear bomb in the NBA went off. That is the Luka Doncic trade from the Mavericks to the Lakers. Still a lot of fallout, what many call the biggest trade in NBA history. I don't know if that's the case, but it damn sure has got everybody's attention. I know that. The entire NBA clearly caught off guard. A lot of people speculate Doncic's relationship with the Mavs was a little more fractured than people thought. The Mavs GM, Nico Harrison, said that there's 3 or 4 year timeline to contend with Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving, so more moves can be expected by the team before the trade deadline tomorrow. After the deal was done, Anthony Edwards expressed he felt bad for Doncic since apparently he just bought a house in Dallas. But Doncic said, yeah, the trade shocked him, but it sunk in, and now he gets to play for the greatest club in the world. He's excited. Davis also admits being shocked by the trade, says something he didn't see coming. Maverick fans say the team is issuing refunds to season ticket holders who've canceled their plans in wake of the trade. Luka's very well beloved in
Sure.
the NBA. I don't know. Do you watch NBA ball?
Nope.
No. Yeah, it's all right.
But I can act like I'm paying attention.
Sometimes Amanda just glazes over too.
That's
I
it.
promise.
I go,
She'll-
yeah.
She'll just go into her head somewhere.
Yeah.
She's still smiling.
I'm
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
fat.
I'm singing Jingle Bells.
Never
Yeah,
did
no, it's great.
basketball, man.
Yeah, or I'm like
No,
imagining.
I love basketball.
Climbing a basketball player or something. I did see that he cried. Like there was a report
Who
that
cried?
he cried, that Luca cried.
Oh,
and
yeah?
So
Yeah.
of course that. Aw.
Yeah. I feel bad for him, except he makes like a
Yeah, that's-
gazillion billion
Well, I mean,
dollars
that's
a
part
His
of
year.
agent cried. His bank
part of
accountant
the-
cried.
Yeah, with gratitude, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like,
But
that's
yeah,
part of the reason I don't really watch sports is because I want everybody to win. Like I truly do. Like
Oh, right.
I don't like for their people to be sad, or I can't
Uh.
watch college sports because
so competitive for you.
I want them.
Yeah.
I want them all to win because a lot of them. I mean, this
That's very kind of you.
is it,
I mean, it is.
or is
I
it
mean,
is it just making it about me? It's like, oh, I'm too
I
sad
want.
to
I
watch
like
your
winners and
sports.
losers
Yeah, for sure.
myself.
I know.
There'll be no marriage in the future between Charles Barkley and NBC or Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Barkley said he's refusing an offer presented to him by NBC and that all his meetings with Amazon were going to be canceled. He said his heart is and always will be at TNT. He's had meetings with them and ESPN and plans to talk to them further about the potential workload. He said he has no intention of working more as he gets older. I don't blame him. Being the biggest sports league on earth has given the NFL enough credit and influence to do things like flag football, added to the list of events in
Shut
the
up.
Men or women?
2008 Summer
Stop
Olympics.
it.
According-
What?
Yeah, according to the commissioner, the league isn't done there. There's serious consideration in having the NFL back male and female professional flag football teams in the future. They're already heavily invested. Now, why do you think this is? Why is the NFL heavily invested in flag football?
I don't know. It's
Well,
it's flags.
I'm going to
They're-
tell you
they're-
why. Because that's really where they want to go. They want to get rid of injuries. They want to get rid of tackles. They want to get rid of that. So they're building up this flag football universe in hopes that they can slowly migrate people over.
You know what they could do? I saw there's a new contact sport or combat sport or whatever the heck it is, but you get a triangle, or not a triangle, a square. It's like just pipes or something, I guess. But 4 guys hanging, and they take them up off the ground, and then they start kicking the shit out of each other until somebody falls.
Oh, that's
Is
awesome.
it leg wrestling?
I don't even think that's leg wrestling.
I like
mean, they
it,
just
though.
suspend them in the
That's
air, and they
great.
start kicking the shit out of each other until I guess there's one guy left hanging
Awesome.
on. They should just do that.
That sounds
I
great.
like
I
that.
like that.
You know those
Let's do that.
Zorbs? You ever heard of that? The big plastic balls.
Oh,
you
yeah,
put
I've
on?
done that
I say
before.
give all the football players Zorb outfits
Yeah.
and just let the linebackers plow into people with those.
Yeah. No, it sounds fun. I'm not sure football fans would love it, but it sounds fun.
Yeah, until you
Sounds
see a
great
quarterback
video.
get laid on his ass and roll back a couple
Yeah.
times.
Do you think the fan base will support that?
Not today, for sure. You know that if they can't, here's the problem. The problem, the future problem that they're contending with is that a lot of parents have stopped putting their kids into high contact sport like that.
Yeah.
For the reason that you see the injuries that happen, you see a lot of these players who've had CTE, things like that, and so you're beginning to reduce that pool of people who get in at that age and play football through their career. So I don't know how much impact that's going to have long term, but I know that from a safety, position, it's something that is high on the list that they look at. I mean, CTE, brain damage, serious business.
Absolutely.
you
Aaron
know.
Hernandez,
Yeah.
Chris Benoit. I mean, it's nuts.
O.J. Simpson.
Do you think?
I don't know that OJ.
I don't.
had it.
Yeah.
I think he
He
just had
just
stabitis.
did.
Come on, guys.
He
He
just had
just did.
stabitis.
So, do you think if and when the NFL moves in this direction, will it affect how much these players are getting paid since they're no longer full contact?
I don't know. That maybe. It's a good question.
The insurance premiums will probably go down.
I thought my thinking has been for a long time that it wasn't going to be flag. I thought that what they would do is basically put them all in, for lack of a better term, a stall with VR stuff, and that it would be like an AI version of them
pretty safe.
on the field.
Yeah.
Playing each other so that you could do the hits, you could do all that, but you really aren't
Okay.
taking.
But you're playing Madden, essentially?
Yeah, more or less, but you're
Okay.
just inside of it, and I think that's something that possibly could work.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, then you could introduce, they could power up and get special
Pretty sick.
Well,
powers on the field.
There's going to be 12-year-old
You know.
kids that are just housing,
I mean, you could do it. You could be real
That
creative with that.
was going to be my question:
Yeah.
is would you still have the players that we have today that are big, 200-300 pounds, or would you
Nah.
just have some cat from MIT?
No,
talking
you'd
shit,
have a
chasing
14-year-old
you
girl
down.
in
Okay.
Japan who's the best
Okay.
linebacker in the country.
You have
know?
some of the Doge people
Better
over
luck
there.
next time.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what the people are saying.
I have no idea because my feed
What-
is weird.
Oh, it is? What's going on with it? Okay.
I feel like I got old
I
feet.
feel like I do too.
Yeah. I've
What's
got
up
old
with
feet.
that?
I see good morning and dog titty.
Oh,
yeah,
kitty.
I do see that. Okay, yeah. What's up, little doggy? What's
Here
up,
we
Mike?
go.
What's up, Brandon? How you doing?
Here we go, Brandon. You know the
he
risk
said-
of pro football. That's why they make the big books.
No, I mean this is in fact true. Much like boxing or combat sports, MMA. I mean, they all get paid. Most of them, the stars anyway, get paid very well to take that risk, and that is understood. But I think if they reduce that risk, long term, you're right. Salaries would come down. I'm sure.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I would think. I mean, but it really what it comes down to is how much money advertisers make.
Sure.
Because that's what they make in advertising dictates everything.
What-
Merch and advertising.
How are the teams going to be able to control the clock by having some guy just take a dive and roll around like he's hurt? I feel like that's a pretty integral part of the game nowadays.
Yeah,
Because fall
I
down,
don't-
my leg.
Yeah,
we
I
need
don't-
another
They
30
changed
seconds.
the
I don't-
game,
I
like
don't
the
know that that's
rules.
new though. Rules change every single year of the game. I mean
Yeah.
they never stop changing rules in any sport that I know of, with the exception maybe of ping pong.
Yeah.
I mean, but football changes rules every year. I mean, they just had
Okay.
a rule change where the kickoff, how that works. They've got, they put many different rules in place, particularly for safety. Same with the NBA. That's why you have these ridiculous 90 points in a first half by a team in the NBA, because you can't play defense really
Sure.
the way you once could. It does prevent injury, and it promotes scoring.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And all,
It's not 90s
it's a
basketball.
little no, definitely not. No, in the 90s,
90s
if
basketball.
you played the
good.
Knicks in the 90s, somebody pull a gun on you in the in the paint
Yeah.
and pistol whip you and take the ball.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that
saw it
didn't
happen to
happen.
Jordan a couple times. He got
Well, it's crazy because they're changing all the rules. All the while, hockey's just hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. It's
Yeah.
the same
love
rules since
hockey.
1920. Just,
yeah, no
if
hockey.
you don't like the guy, punch him in his face.
They encourage you to fight in hockey. It's
Well,
good times there.
And I just realized or figured out the other day because I went down one of my fun little wormholes on Facebook Reels about on baseball.
Oh,
So once a pitcher hits, a batter or whatever,
Mhm.
like 3 times or 3 different people or whatever, they're ejected from the game.
yeah. Well, if you keep hitting people, yeah, that
Like they're like deuces, bro.
you're supposed to have
And then
control
somebody
in
else,
theory
yeah.
of,
Well,
the,
then
of your
somebody
pitch.
else gets kicked out too. I think one of the managers or one of the coaches or
Yeah.
something gets kicked out, and I'm like,
Man.
this is fucking wild.
I would really watch
They look good in those
baseball, but I
pants.
usually have to buff my toenails. And
Ah.
so,
Oh no, I'd watch this. Give me short 30-second clips where I
yeah,
just get
baseball's
to see.
too long for
Look,
me.
Ugh,
It's
If-
too slow.
too
If they get
quiet.
to the 9th inning and nobody's scored, I think they should just have a brawl. Just
Yeah.
clear the
No, they-
bench. And
7th inning.
There you
You'll-
go.
the attitude era of baseball was as good as the attitude era of
Yeah, it
wrestling.
was.
sure.
I
Yeah,
miss it.
Yeah,
I wish
Major
it was
League
here.
was great.
Yeah, I mean, when everybody was on steroids, it was amazing. They just need to get them back on that. They just need to require it. Everybody has to be on roids in baseball so
I like
we can
it.
hit home runs a lot.
Little Doggy says we should have co-ed football.
I
I bet you do.
Let me guess, let me
I
guess.
bet you do.
Yeah, we should for
Yeah.
one season. Matter of fact, probably one game because the first lady gets hit and broke in half by a line. Come
Or
on, man.
you mean vice versa?
Break,
Got
no,
some big
there's
ladies.
nobody.
There's
no,
some big ladies.
there's no big enough.
I've seen a
ladies.
few of them
There's
here. They
some
could
big
probably.
ladies.
No.
There's some halfbacks.
No,
Hey.
In my
maybe they
family.
might pick up 5 yards, but they ain't. They gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Good morning, Curtis.
What up, Curtis? What's going on with you, my man? Listen, you need to hear this. This is very important to you. So sometimes, you go over to TikTok and you're a TikToker. No, not a TikToker.
No,
TikToker.
sir.
I'm too
Well,
old.
a lot
Twitter.
you're not too old. There's a lot of people who do like TikTok, but a lot of people probably feel like you. You probably feel like it's a bunch of crap, right?
I've got more important things to do.
Right. Normally.
Yeah.
Normally you do.
Yeah.
But if
I have been to the TikTok when somebody sends me something. So yes, sir.
but the fact that you said the TikTok is amazing. But no, I understand that you might think that, but you might have missed this, and it's very important to you and to everyone. The time traveler is back on TikTok and
Oh.
giving us some some warnings. Yeah.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, the time traveler claims to be
Oh,
from the year
Nostradamus.
2671
Okay.
Okay.
and has given us a few things to look out for in 2025.
Well, at least we're still
Please,
alive
yeah.
in
Yeah. Well,
21,
for now.
2176.
Yeah. Well, 2671.
2671.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Dyslexic.
First of all, on March 30th, go ahead and buckle up because what is that? A couple months. A 1 mile wide asteroid will hit Central America, leaving a massive crater that we'll call Goliath.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, if a mile wide
We're
asteroid hits, have you watched any movie at all ever about asteroids hitting the Earth? I mean, that's a global killer.
Bruce Willis isn't going to be able to save
No,
it this time.
Bruce Willis is
Thank
done.
you.
Billy Bob said that's a global killer.
Yeah. I mean, they're
But apparently, April 20th, it's going to take it a couple weeks here. Many of the world's largest volcanoes will simultaneously erupt, causing the sky to turn a bright pink color. You see, I would think if that were going to happen, it might happen when
the
the
meteor.
the asteroid hit the Earth.
or
It
asteroid,
might,
whatever.
move the
The
tectonic plates and
timeline
cause that.
a little bit. Yeah.
But hey, whatever. What do I know? July 7th through 13th will be known as Heat Week. Yeah, it already is in Arkansas.
yeah.
The average temperature across the U.S. will be 114 degrees. Yes.
It's normal.
Yeah,
Well,
That's Arkansas summer, baby.
Yeah. Well, I would think, with this asteroid hitting and all the dust
it's going to be like 200
in the atmosphere,
degrees.
it would
Yeah,
go
it's
down.
cold.
Actually,
Yeah.
it would get colder. I would
Sure.
think. But again, I'm not a
I'm not a
scientist.
scientist.
In September 21st of this year, get ready. The first ever Category 6 hurricane will target Florida and Georgia. Hurricane Karen.
Shut up.
She's a big bitch, 50
She's
1,500
a big-
miles wide.
And she wants to talk
Yeah.
to the manager.
Yeah, at 400 miles an hour. Yeah, yeah. What do you
Bro.
think, man? You think maybe?
No.
No, you didn't. None of that.
I won't be here,
No.
so I guess I'll hear about it.
I feel like if there was an asteroid on the way, March 30th,
You wouldn't. Nobody's telling you.
we would have.
Unless it's one of those random people.
There
that
would
find
have
out.
been somebody to say something, but not that crazy.
I'll tell you
Like,
what'll happen. The news will not tell you a meteor's coming, but all of a sudden you'll notice all the rich people aren't on TV anymore,
Exactly.
and you'll be like, "Oh, wait a
Yeah.
minute, is this my early warning system?
Yeah.
All the rich
it
people are
is.
gone
Yeah.
in their bunkers."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Elon
Okay.
Musk is on his way to Mars as we speak.
Yeah, he'd just get in a spaceship and head up
Yeah,
for a
dude.
little while. Yeah.
Him
Oh,
and William Shatner.
yeah. William B. 132.
I'm good.
So I know you don't do TikTok, but you do Facebook, right? What about Instagram?
I do the Book of Faces.
Do you do Instagram? The Instagram,
I do
IG.
the Insta.
the Insta. Yeah. Are you a selfie person?
No.
No selfies.
Look
Selfie
at this
person?
mug.
I take a picture of myself by myself. Men don't take selfies.
They don't.
Oh.
Shit.
We don't call it that.
Okay.
Oh.
Fair enough.
I
That's,
know,
I
it's
got. I
process
get what you're
that.
saying now.
No, I don't.
Well,
take pictures of
this is
myself.
another little piece of news that you might want to consider in your digital life. There's been and I had no idea. There's been a running count documenting the poor souls whose lives have ended while trying to take the ultimate
I've
selfie.
seen
got it, yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah, between 2008 and 2021, 379 people have met their demise in selfie-related accidents.
That really grinds my gears.
Hey.
Except I'm a supporter of Darwinism in a sense.
No, I absolutely love this.
Yes.
In recent years, the number's risen sharply. The most up-to-date figures suggest the current selfie death toll has climbed as high as 480 by the end of 2024. But yeah, no, if you go, listen, I see these people who, you go up, you're on these mountain hikes or whatever, and they have a barricade that says, don't go over this, and you go out on this little ledge, and you go to take a selfie, and your ass drops like Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Hey, hold your sign up and die like a good person. That's what you got. That's what you get. You're dumb.
Choices.
Yeah, it's like people who get out of cars to take a selfie with a bison.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
or a bear, you see all that at Yellowstone.
Stupidity pisses
No,
me
people.
off.
Not me.
The greatest example though of Darwinism in that aspect, and this video was a few years ago, but these people pull up. They're on a drive-through safari. Okay, but it is a full-on safari. I don't know where it's at, but I mean it's not fenced off or anything like that. So you don't get out of the car. But these people decided, let's do a Chinese fire drill. I shouldn't say that because I think they might have been Chinese, but they
love
were
the
switching
Chinese.
seats. Okay, I guess because the lady gets out of the car, he hasn't gotten out, and by the time he opens his door, the lion is dragging her off into the plains over there.
They were actually in a fight.
Oh, is that what it
That
was?
was
They
a
were in a
couple.
fight.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
a couple, and I think it was premeditated.
Well, I don't know, but she got out.
She
and
got
that
out ready
lion
to
sure
fight.
took
She
her.
said, "Get your ass out of the car."
That-
He's
that-
like, "Yeah, I'll be there in just a minute." All
Yeah,
the while, Simba was creeping up behind his old lady.
That lion drug her off, and I was like, "Yeah, there's not. You can yell, I love you,
You
bye,
got it.
bitch."
He got out
I
real
love you.
slow. He goes, "Oh no, please."
Well, what are you
stop."
gonna do? It's a lion. What am I gonna do? Fight him? I can't save her.
I'm not
You want me to
getting out
die,
of the effing car.
No.
What is wrong with you?
That's what I mean. Why would you don't get out
That
of the
does
car?
seem a little premeditated. Who's going to go to a drive-through safari to fight?
Yeah.
But who does, suicide by lion? I don't know.
Nobody does suicide by lying.
No.
I'm starting
I-
to think he was just sitting there, and he goes, "Hey, babe, I think the car's got a low tire in the front.
No.
Would you check
Go
that out
look.
for me, please?"
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Then
That's
he
pretty
locked the
funny.
doors.
Absolutely not.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, he fucking looked her up. Sorry.
I don't even have any.
Sorry.
Oh,
That works too.
That's a bird.
Cool.
I'm just happy it wasn't me.
These are terrible.
Been on my best.
These are the worst. God, I hate them all.
What?
Oh, that
What?
one's good. That one works. Yeah, we'll use that. And a little John. What?
Jesus is in the
Okay.
crises. God
Huh?
bless America.
All right. Well, maybe I have a better story for you here. Let's celebrate this. That's,
Somebody
you know,
bring me that cat. These people are pissing me off this morning.
he just wants
Stupid, y'all stupid.
to hold her kitty.
I just want to pet my kitty.
Yeah. Today is, guess what? National Fart Day.
Oh, excellent. Let's celebrate. You first.
National
good.
Fart Day is a holiday celebrated for humorous reasons, obviously. But the great thing is there's a real history to it.
No, there's
yeah,
not.
that's right.
No,
There
there's
is.
One
not.
might say a blast from the
Stop
past.
it.
Yeah.
Stop it. They were throwing darts at a board.
No, you have to understand the history
I
of
want to.
the history and power of the fart.
Okay, I'm here.
You
Bated
might,
breath.
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Posted.
I know, you might not know. The Greek historian
Shut up.
Herodotus
Stop.
revealed that one man's fart
No.
led to the downfall of King Apries of Egypt in
No.
569 BC. So here's what happened: a mutiny arose within his army. Apries sent General Amasis to quell it. Instead, the rebels crowned Amasis king, and that caused Apries to send his advisor. Next response that Artemis sent was a fart. And you know, in that time, they had to
Pretty good.
send a guy all the way, on,
Yep.
you know, on a horse
Yep.
across the kingdom.
Just running.
You know,
Taking a
in
jog.
his little funny hat. You know,
No.
right? And he has to go to this king and go, "Yes, I've got a message from you,
Hold on.
from Herodotus."
Hold on. I remember now. Hang on. I need a
yeah.
minute.
Yeah. Pardon me. Let me get this ready.
That is all, my liege.
That's fantastic.
The
That
king
is
has
great.
spoken.
That's great.
Did
That's
they
great.
kill
Now,
the messenger? Is that where the term "don't kill the messenger" came
Probably.
from? 'Cause they're like,
It
"It's
might
not
have
me.
been. It
It's
makes
not
sense.
me. I didn't. It's not from me.
it
It's not
wasn't
from
the
me."
sound that was offensive; it's the smell. The member of British Parliament, Henry Ludlow, farted during a debate in 1607. This event has become part of folklore, inspiring even poetry such as "The Censure of the Parliament Fart." In 1781, Ben Franklin wrote "Fart Proudly," an essay he only ever shared with friends. Well, he must have shared it with somebody,
If
Right.
we
because
know
they
about
shared it with us, right? Let's see what else here is.
I'm excited to
This is
celebrate
good
today.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
This is a great thing. This is great. Bernard Clemens of London, if you need to know, holds the world's record for the longest fart at 2 minutes and 42 seconds.
What?
That's wild.
That's a duster right there, bro.
How was that even
That's like
possible?
nuclear. I don't know what he ate. Straight beans for like a month
Beans and cabbage.
and just put a cork in it.
He's got control. I can say that.
No, I
You
mean-
let it out like a balloon. Just
Slowly, yeah. You'd about have to, yeah.
That reminds me of that one Jackass. Did you see it where the guy is shooting darts with his butthole?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I really, really, really like those movies,
Me too.
but there's usually a couple
Just a
things
couple.
in each of them that I'm like, nope.
Same.
And one of them is what's the big
paper
fat
cuts?
guy's name?
Preston.
Preston. It's
Preston
Preston
Lacey.
in that stupid plastic suit where they,
Oh my god.
you know,
pretty funny.
Oh.
no, that's disgusting.
Oh, he's
that's,
on the treadmill.
yeah, it's way past
That
something
is
I'm
too.
down
I
for.
can't watch
Yeah,
that.
I can't watch that.
And then in the most recent Jackass, where they have Zach,
Mhm.
he basically took over the gross stuff that Preston was doing. They wrapped him in plastic and put sushi,
Oh, yeah,
and then
right.
he basically did kind of the same thing Preston did, and then they
Yeah,
all
no.
ate the pieces
No.
of sushi.
Gross.
No.
Oh,
I like
No,
the-
that's my downfall is stuff in my mouth that ain't right.
Hold up.
agreed.
Like
Pause.
Jody,
Yeah,
what about
pause.
you?
yeah, you
I'm
got.
trying to quit.
That's why Fear Factor. It would have got me.
Yeah.
You know, I could do everything. I'll do the stunts. I'll jump out of things. I'm crazy. I'll try anything, but not that.
I'll eat a
You know.
bug. I'm just not going to
Wow.
eat like
I'll eat a bug.
A pig
A
anus
certain-
in a jar. That doesn't
Yeah.
sound fun at all.
No,
I quit.
I'm-
Dick.
I quit.
I'm not
Yeah.
eating
I'm
horse
full.
schlongs.
No,
you know, it's not
it's not
happening.
happening.
There's no way.
I'd have leaned over to Joe Rogan and be like, I'll split it with you, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
So gross.
Not going on this journey by
gross.
myself.
Remember when when
Chappelle.
Tyrone pulled out the hot
Tyrone
sauce?
Biggums? Yeah.
You smell something, Dave?
Joe Rogan,
Smell
you
like,
crazy.
Smell like breakfast is cooking. Your feet all right, Tyrone?
It's the lightness cigarette with his toe.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
Stop
Good stuff.
it.
Let's see
having
who
a
else
good
is
time.
talking to us.
Well, I hate to
Here.
do it. I got to go to work.
Oh, do
You
you?
gotta go
I
work?
do. I got to go
Jody's
to work.
employed,
man,
y'all.
Jody. Well, thank you for coming
Maybe
by,
one day I'll
buddy.
quit my day job.
Yeah, no, that's great. Well, what are you doing? You running some stuff today?
I'm throwing tires, baby,
Throwing
like
tires
Donkey
all
Kong.
day.
I
Who
hit
do
people
you
all day
work-
long with them.
Who is
I
it
love
you work
that.
for?
Oh, I can't tell you that.
Oh, you can't? I was
gotta
gonna
keep
promote
my
'em.
anonymity.
Oh, okay.
You want to promote for me?
I was going to promote them.
You can Google search Po Boys Podcast.
Oh, there
That's
you
the
go. We'll
best thing.
promote your podcast. Tell them about it.
You-
Where's it at?
Anywhere you find podcasts, Po Boys Like the Sandwich.
Yeah.
Po Boys Podcast. I've been doing it almost 8 years.
Okay.
Nice.
Been in the game. If you get bored, Google search Jodie B and podcast. I've
Yeah.
done hundreds of them. I
All
love
right.
podcasting. I love broadcasting and meeting
That's
cool people
awesome.
like y'all.
Well,
That's it.
Well, come on back in and see us again,
I
my
will.
brother.
Thank you
please.
so much. You
Hell
guys
yeah,
have a
man.
wonderful
Glad
day.
to have you here, man.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you for coming,
We'll
man.
chat.
We will.
Okay.
Y'all have a good one.
You too. Don't forget your jacket.
Uh,
Or forget your jacket because I want to. That's a cool
what up,
hat.
Luke Shoemaker? What's going on? What's up, Rich Rockwell? How you doing, buddy? Looks like now we're actually beginning to see some text.
I live vicariously through Luke.
Do you?
I'm so
Well-
grateful to follow him on the socials because he has an amazing life.
Yeah, he does. He does. Hey, good morning, Latasha.
Good morning, Latasha.
You know what I saw? Latasha posted on Facebook. She went by and saw Chad and got some
Got a
bonus
bonus
hole
hole?
work done. I think she got
Nice.
some work done, some kind of repair. I don't know what it was, but
Oh,
when she went to see Chad, I'm not sure exactly.
see, now that's awesome, guys. Y'all can get stuff repaired and fixed and all that. You don't have
Yeah.
to just go get a bonus hole. You can let Chad fix a
You know what
hole
was crazy?
or
is
your jewelry.
Chad said that you know it's weird. I guess because of doing piercings. I don't know why, but he said an inadvertent amount of women. He has to tell, "No, I'm married. No, I'm married. I'm married." He said an inadvertent amount that will over a period of time will hit on him. I'm like, that's wild, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess it's the maybe it's the piercing thing. You trust someone to put a hole in you. It's like,
I guess. I mean, what comes to mind for me is like when I was getting things pierced and was of a certain age and was hanging out in tattoo and piercing studios.
yeah,
Most of the people I was surrounded by were open to that kind of behavior.
yeah. I guess that makes
You know?
sense. Yeah, it could be more tawdry.
They don't know that Chad's a down ass dude for his
Oh
wife.
no, he rides hard
yeah,
for
like, that's-
no. They've been friends for
Yeah,
and together
forever. Like, they've
man.
got-
They're like,
I mean,
like
they're-
Bundy and Jamie. I mean, it's
yeah,
unbreakable.
it's beautiful. It's
You're
absolutely
not
beautiful.
even shaking that. You can't flap that. There's
No,
no breaking
like,
that.
yeah.
No, they're
And
no,
I
they're
don't
good
know.
people.
Maybe he was nice to him. you
Well,
know?
I mean, look, Chad's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
you
Oh
know,
yeah.
he
Oh
is.
yeah.
He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And if I'm still working on getting him to fully be
Chad?
Chad, yeah, because he's still a little bit reserved in some
Mhm.
ways. But I'm telling you, when he's just he's one of the funniest people naturally,
Absolutely.
and he's got stories
yeah, he does.
forever, man.
He needs to write that book.
He really does. I told him I'd help him write it if
Yeah.
he wanted.
Yeah.
I said, let me help you. I mean, you just start talking, I'll start writing, and we'll
Yeah.
make it cohesive. you know?
If folks could see or get a snippet of our after show,
Oh yeah.
hangouts, just seeing Chad and Carrie and just,
Yeah.
sometimes even our guests, whenever they've when the pressure of the camera and the microphone's off and they kind
Yeah,
of
and everybody just kind of
chills out for a second and then they're solo.
Yeah, the
And I'm
cat.
sorry, that cat is
Yeah,
just
cat.
everything.
He identifies as a dog.
He is so awesome. So Monday, whenever Dale was on, obviously
Yeah.
I went out there to play with the cat, and I stepped out, and he had a mouse, and I was so proud of him. I was encouraging him. I'm
You're
the good cat.
celebrating that.
I'm the cat mom. I'm supportive.
Yeah.
Proud of you. Go team. But he just kept playing with it, and the next thing
Was
you know,
it alive or
it
dead?
was. It
Oh,
was. He was
oh.
batting it back and forth and having a good old time with it and everything. And then,
I don't know. The mouse was having as much fun.
well, I mean, whatever.
But it is the life
I
of a
mean,
mouse, right?
chaos and
Tom and Jerry,
whatever. Hey, it is what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
But then it got away from him, and I tried to help him. He
Oh, it
wasn't
got away?
cooperative. It did. It did. It got away from him.
Oh, wow. Well, good for the mouse. I mean,
Yeah.
I do like to root for the
The
underdog.
underdog.
You ever seen that video of the lizard that's trying to run and where all the snakes are and they're all trying to get him? There's like, it's some island, I guess, somewhere in
Okay.
the jungle or whatever, but it's a lizard and he's running on his back legs.
Oh.
And there's, I don't know, 50 snakes trying to get him. And 2 or 3 almost do, but I mean, it's like the most dramatic little video.
I'm gonna have to see
It's
this.
like, man, go lizard, go.
Go lizard, go.
Okay, so ladies, I shouldn't just say ladies anymore. People,
Folks, persons,
this could save you money.
breastises.
New York women. Now, this is in New York, but I assume this is something that will be throughout the country very soon, if it's not already. New York women hoping to boost their bust without going under the knife are now opting for alternative non-surgical methods. This lady, Kelsey Souls, 29, used her own blood to go up a bra size. She said, I used the plasma in my body to make my breasts bigger. That's kind of wild, isn't it?
What?
Yeah. The millennial underwent platelet-rich plasma therapy at Cleavage Clinic, one of New York's hot spots for non-invasive breast augmentation. She said, I'm going to have big tits this summer. That's what she said.
Okay, hold on.
She wants to be, she wants hot girl summer. You know what I'm
that-
saying? Huh?
All right. I mean, we
It-
can have hot girl summer.
well, I'm just saying this is what she's saying. Yeah.
My question is,
Yeah.
if they're, how's it non-invasive?
Well, they're injecting versus cutting open.
Oh, so less invasive.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Well, I mean, you're injecting. You're
putting a
you're
filler
putting,
in it.
yeah.
Yeah. She got her first 3 rounds of PRP
That sounds
on
naughty.
January 30th. After her next 2 treatments, one scheduled in March, the other late spring, she expects to be at a C cup. She was in an A.
Oh, bless your heart.
She said 2025 is the year of big naturals. Okay.
But that's not natural.
Well,
I mean,
but they won't be hard. Like, I shouldn't say hard. They won't be like
You don't have a foreign object in there.
Yeah, it's not. Those are much firmer.
Oh,
the,
I know.
Implants, or they don't feel the same.
No,
They don't look the same.
No, they don't.
And that's fine. I mean,
And they don't age the same. I wonder
to each
if
their
it's yeah, no, absolutely. I wonder if it's something that you have to go back periodically for. Like, surely there's some sort of absorption or something, right?
Well,
Because it's
I
your
mean,
plasma, right?
I'm really glad that you've asked this.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because Noelle Villela,
Yeah.
that's the Cleavage Clinic's co-founder.
Cleavage Clinic. We're going to see a
Yeah.
Netflix documentary about
Yes.
this. You know that, right? Like 10 years.
Absolutely. It's their mission to uplift women and their breasts.
Oh,
And said a
what a
lot of
tag.
people do PRP for hair restoration. Athletes do it for injury recovery. In our research, we found that it could be injected into breast tissue. She and co-founder Bree, who's a breast
course.
injector consultant,
Of course.
eventu-
Breast injector consultant. Shut the
You couldn't come up with a better
Stop
title
it,
than
stop
breast
it,
injector
seriously.
consultant. I mean,
Seriously.
yeah, AI could come up with a better title
Chat
than that.
GPT that shit.
Yeah,
seriously,
seriously,
y'all.
get a
Come
grip
on.
on it, man.
Come on. It's like
But
customer
they-
service technician. Yeah, but
Yeah. They open their doors at the first of the year, and they book over 10 consultations a day.
yeah, I bet you do.
Prices for non-intrusive treatments.
okay.
Non-intrusive.
And non-intrusive.
Yeah.
All right.
Including the platelet, is between $2,000 and $7,000 for that. Now, how much is it to get? It says here in Manhattan to get a regular boob job is $15 to $30. Is that about right? 15 to 30.
That's a good one.
Yeah. What does that mean? You can get a bad one for cheaper?
Of course, you can always get a cheaper one. There's Temu and Sheen and
Yeah.
Wish.com.
Well, a lot of people go out of state or out of country.
out of
I
country.
mean, but that makes me very nervous because sometimes you
Same.
hear people die doing that
Yeah,
stuff.
they
It's like
do.
maybe you get the right doctor, but my luck says I don't.
Yeah.
My luck says I go over there for the cheap hair transplant and I come back dead.
Yeah. You come
You
back in
know,
a box.
Yeah, I
The
just
only
wanted
thing
hair.
comes back
I
is your
just
hair.
wanted hair. You
Yeah.
know, yeah. I mean, it's like the people who you know, they'll set up their own BBL clinics in their
Mhm.
garage.
And they're putting like tire
Yeah.
inflate.
Well,
yeah,
a
fix
lady
the
died
flat.
because
I
of the
know.
silicone.
Yeah.
They went to Home Depot and got
Yeah.
silicone. It's not the same silicone,
No,
yo.
bro.
That's very
It's not.
toxic.
Ew,
Yeah, no,
it's
it's bad.
gross. Yeah, read the label. How much? How much is how much of a cup size increase? Like
Well,
how,
she's
like
going from A to C.
well, she's wanting to go from A to C.
Okay, that's
Are
fair.
they promoting like that you could like could they do a double D?
That's a great question. Let me see if I scan it. I'm just scanning. Oh, well, here's.
Like I just have because I mean an A. I mean come on.
Okay, here's a different kind, micro needling. I don't know what that is exactly. But
Yeah, that would
she
just
said
promote.
she's showing off her 32 triple D orbs she had lifted via Morpheus 8 micro needling at the clinic last month. What's micro needling?
My understanding is just say it's a bunch of small needles, but
What-
they're just pricking your skin.
Well, how would that make
Like
your boobs
exactly. I
bigger?
don't understand how that would make your boobs
Scar
bigger.
tissue? I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay. Maybe she's doing something else then. Okay.
Absolutely, Brandon. I am asking for a friend because the girls need no help. You know,
Heyo.
they're fabulous. So Luke's rubbing it in about an awesome show he went to on Sunday. I shouldn't have said rubbing
What?
it in. That was awful.
What?
Sorry.
Ayo. What show?
He wound up running into Danny from Asking
Oh,
Alexandria.
really?
Yeah.
You just ran into. Yeah,
Just,
I
I
ran
mean, he
into
just does
Danny
that.
over at
He just does that.
Yeah, we
At the
hung
bar.
out
It
at
was
the
cool.
bar and
Yeah.
just, talked about
It's
music
so chill.
and whatever.
Luke's man.
Luke's the man.
Luke is the man.
Luke is the
Luke
man.
is
I'm
living the
I'm
life.
telling you, Luke. I've been calling this shot for 2 years, and it's time.
I'm
and it's
excited
already
for
happening.
him.
It's happening
I'm
as we
excited for
speak.
him.
It's happening, and so I'm super stoked for him.
I am too.
Yeah, they. I
Don't say
I'm not-
anything.
yeah, I better
Don't
not.
say
I'm
anything.
not
We're
sure
just-
what I'm supposed to
Yeah,
say. or not.
exactly.
I get confused sometimes.
Exactly.
So I just hedge my bet and say
Yeah.
nothing.
Nothing. Just know that Luke is killing it.
Killing it,
Yeah.
people. Killing it. You
Y'all,
hear me?
you buckle
Killing
up.
it.
Buckle up. If you're not following him, if you don't
get
have
there now.
notifications turned
If
on, if
ever-
you're not,
Look, if
do
you
it.
ever wanted a chance to watch someone become a star
Yeah,
fully,
yeah.
go from I'm known in my area or generally,
Mhm.
I've got some success, but
Mhm.
if you want to watch someone that meteoric rise and see it in person, go follow Luke Shoemaker.
100.
Because I promise you, it has begun.
you will cry.
I swear to God. Swear to God, next year,
Seriously.
next year,
Seriously.
you're gonna know.
Yeah.
You will
Yeah,
know.
you know that feeling whenever you randomly went to a local club or show and you saw a band, you're like, man, they're really good, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And the next thing you know, they're
Yeah.
playing arenas and stadiums
Yeah.
and they're opening up for the people that you love and they're playing with them and winning awards and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's where it's going to be. I mean, yeah, he's going to be a superstar. I'm
Mhm.
not. That's not an exaggeration. I'm not blowing smoke.
You will be
you've
getting
never-
Luke Shoemaker
you've
tattoos.
literally never heard me say that about
Mhm.
anybody at all that I know of, and I mean it.
We need Luke Shoemaker shirts.
Hey, Luke, get us some Vantage Ruin shirts.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
And then we need something that's like a silhouette of Luke.
Just Luke. and
Yeah,
his
like
beard.
playing his guitar. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
With the beard, the guitar,
yeah,
just silhouetted.
yeah. We'll get Kristen to
silhouetting out.
do shirts or something.
Man, that sounds. Maybe we could take a photo of him and do a negative of it.
Ooh.
Or, just thinking out loud. All right, let me move on because that I'm lost in Lukeville now.
I know, right?
Sorry, buddy. I probably shouldn't do that to him. He's probably mad as hell. Like, why are you doing that, Patrick? Why are you doing
We
that
need
to
an
me?
Abraham Lincoln update, Luke.
Maybe OnlyFans is not everything it's cracked up to be. At least
What?
Dan Benson is questioning it. Now, you may remember Dan Benson. He was Zeke Beakerman
I don't remember.
on the
him.
Wizards of Waverly Place.
Never watched it.
Well, a lot of people did, and a lot of people watched it with their kids.
That was the one that had Selena.
Yeah. So he went from the Wizards of Waverly Place to online porn.
Yeah, he did.
He's thinking about leaving that world behind.
Oh, girl.
He said, I think I'm done. When I made the decision to start an OnlyFans page, I thought I was doing it for the right reasons. Those reasons
Money?
included income, as well as money to help with his elderly dog's vet bills. He added, man, my dog would die. To be honest with you, I'm not putting my butthole in the air for my dog. You hear me? That ain't happening.
No.
There ain't no way you're going to count the rings and know how old I am so I can help my dog. I'm sorry. I get it. There's a humane,
No, that dog gets
dog
gets
gonna
dry
die.
food. I
Yeah.
mean, I love my dogs.
He said, I think after years of doing this, it's starting to weigh on me.
You're just old.
I'm going to pull away for a while, take some time to reflect. I might go back to acting. I might just go get a normal job and disappear. Since starting his OnlyFans in 2022, he's been at odds with the rest of the Waverly cast and was notably left out of the series revival, Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. I bet he's probably, I bet he's at odds with them because he's probably done a bunch of parody stuff from Wizards of Waverly
Right.
Place. He's like, let me show you
Little
my
fan
wizard
fiction.
hat.
Yeah.
Let me
He-
show
he
you
was
my
giving-
wand.
He was giving his fans what they wanted.
Yeah,
You know?
maybe he was. So
Hey, he's just probably too old now, and his
probably
clicks
the
have gone
money,
down.
yeah,
Money's gone
money's
down.
dropping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, by now you've probably heard about OnlyFans star Bonnie Blue and her accomplishment of getting railed by 1,057 men in 24 hours. Well, if you hadn't had the pleasure of seeing the video, you're not going to, at least on OnlyFans. OnlyFans has pulled it from their website after not being able to verify the ages of all 1,057 guys.
Oh.
Yeah, who took part in the ocean of body fluids that were exchanged.
Are they concerned that there's
I don't.
Potential
Well, I mean,
minors?
clearly they're concerned enough they pulled it. They said we can't
Something
verify
happened.
it, so somebody made a call
Somebody made a
somewhere,
call.
or somebody said something that's got them nervous,
Oh,
or somebody was
shit.
watching the video and went,
Hey,
"I think
never.
that dude mows my lawn."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody's paper boy is on there.
yeah. The paper boy had the best day of his life.
What?
Now,
Sorry.
see, that's the only person I would cheer for in that ridiculous line of 1,057 because that's terrible.
That's disgusting.
You're all gross, by the
You
way.
are all gross.
Except the paper
One.
boy.
Oh.
The paper boy is like, it's the best day
Hey,
of his
give
life.
mine.
I get it.
Give
I
mine.
get it.
Give mine.
All
give mine,
those
give mine.
hormones. You're not
Yeah.
going to say, no, I don't care. If there's 12,057, you'd be like, yeah, I'll wait. I'm good. Yeah. You know, it's like Beavis and Butthead. We're finally
Yeah.
going to score.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
I love those guys. They're
I do
funny as
too.
hell, man. They are. They're so damn funny, man. Ren and Stimpy, too. I like Ren and Stimpy, too.
I miss Ren and Stimpy. That was so good. It was so good.
Yeah,
it was
they-
gross.
It was,
like it was probably the
an
grossest
acid,
cartoon
It's like
I saw
an
at the time.
acid
It
trip of a
was.
cartoon, man.
It was.
Remember,
Eon
didn't they
Flux?
drop acid once in it? Yeah, they did. I'm
They
sure
did.
it was an episode that simulated
It was
that.
very much an acid drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eon Flux.
No, his name's Elon Musk.
No, Eon, God, Eon Flux.
Elon Musk.
No, Eon Flux. The cartoon.
Yes, I'm with you.
I really liked it too.
Yeah.
It was weird to me though, because I was like, I thought they're like the antagonists and protagonists in it like hated each other, but they were all always making out.
You're a '90s graduate, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So you were afternoon cartoons,
Yes.
not Saturday morning cartoons.
No, I was Saturday morning.
Were you?
cartoons,
There
too.
was still
Yeah.
Saturday morning then.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, I was born in '80, so
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, you still did get some Saturday
yeah,
morning.
I
didn't
had
you?
Saturday morning cartoons.
What was
and,
on Saturday morning?
Mostly like Warner Brothers stuff.
Yeah, Scooby Doo.
Yeah, and I feel like He-Man.
He-Man.
Yeah. Trying to remember
My
everything. Hell, I'm
youngest brother
old. I
loved
don't
He-Man.
remember.
That was his
I liked
jam.
He-Man. I liked
Yeah.
He-Man. That was cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And then,
I should have known he was gay then. He
maybe.
loved He-Man way too much. God, I didn't pick up the sign then. No, I'm kidding. He's gay, but I'm kidding about that. He did love He-Man, but not that much.
Oh my goodness!
He loved He-Man and Yoda.
Did you ever watch any of the new He-Mans that were on Netflix like a year or so ago?
I didn't know there were any.
There
Are they
were. Go look.
cartoons? They're cartoons.
Yes. Were they cartoons?
I mean,
Shit,
it
I don't
have to be.
remember.
I don't know.
I think
know
they
anything
were
else.
cartoonesque, weren't
Okay.
they? Oh my God! I cannot believe I can't remember this.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
wild. That's wild.
No,
Hey, y'all
it
know,
happens.
y'all know me,
It
all right?
happens,
I
it
might have to
happens.
Google this right now.
All right. Well, let's talk
Yeah.
about cars for a minute. Everybody
Ooh,
has come to the
cars.
realization that the days of the $20,000 car are done.
Duh.
Well, not quite.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. I'll tell you about the $20,000 car. Hold on. That said, it seems that car manufacturers have finally come to the realization that you don't have money just falling out of your ass. The current average price of a new car is, do not look, guess.
The
the
current
Average price.
I can't
Average.
see anyway.
Okay. Average price of a new car.
35,000.
Yeah. 49,740. 50 grand is the average price of a new car. $50,000.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Automakers are feeling the effects of less eager buying public. I can't imagine.
Less eager.
Yeah.
Less. You mean broke?
So a renewed focus on less expensive transportation is in the works. So yeah, what they're going to do is put everybody back in Yugos, and you'll only pay $30,000 for that trash heap. Stop it, man.
They're just going to do. They're going to do big campaigns for, mass transit that are going to go nowhere because, like we learned in singles, everybody loves their cars. Like we love our cars.
We're an independent.
We're single.
Yeah.
Vehicle
We're a
drivers. Like we just
more independent area of the world.
Sorry.
But yeah, but you could look. I hate to do it, but I don't. Which is, if you want the best of both worlds, go to Fitz Auto. Go to 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock and get you a nice late model, low mileage vehicle for $20,000, or some of them are less. Look, you don't have to drop $100,000 for a big GMC Sierra. You can go over to Fitz Auto and get one for significantly less with maybe 30,000, 40,000 miles on it. They're not even broke in at that time. Cars last way longer now than they used to.
Yeah.
Most of them go 200+ thousand miles pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
If you change the oil and keep watering it, if you don't change
like
the oil,
me.
then it'll go wrong for you. But
You might blow the engine out of it.
I've done that more
I
than
have
once.
too. Yeah.
Well, wait, no, I think I
I've
blew
only done it
one
once.
motor. Yeah.
Yeah. You do it one time, and you're
Yeah.
like, I'm not doing this again.
It was early on
Same.
when I was about 18, I think.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I had a 76
16.
Monte Carlo.
I think mine was my 80-something Geo Prism.
Oh yeah, that's another oil leaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Well, I didn't put oil in it. I didn't change
you
the
never
oil.
put the oil in it.
And I drove like 90 miles an hour.
I'll tell you what, though, this did happen, and in 1989, the Hyundai Excel was the most recalled car of all time. It surpassed the Pinto at that point. And they had a huge problem with oil issues. Okay, I had bought a used Hyundai Excel, not having, because nobody knew at this point this was the case. Nobody knew this. I'd bought it, and in about mid '89, man, it absolutely. I'm driving, and it just locked up. I mean, it locked up, and it ran out of oil. But it wasn't because I wasn't putting oil in it.
Yeah.
But they didn't believe me at the dealership where I bought it, and so I just had to eat that. But it became the most recalled car ever because of that very reason, that the motors would just blow because all the oil was coming out somehow.
Did you get any sort of...
No, I got jack diddly squat. I got sorry, it was used, get out. And so I had to go get something else, So yeah, it sucked. It sucked real bad, actually. But I haven't always been uh, as moral of a person as I am now. You know
Oh
what I
yeah.
mean? Look, I there when I was young, and a lot of us are assholes when we're young, but I remember I had
A lot of us still are.
yeah, I can be. I had a Camaro I bought. It was a junker, and I brought it from a junker lot. And me and the dealership guy, and it was a little tote the note place. We got sideways, and he really pissed me off. And so I quit making my payment,
Yeah.
And so, but I was a real asshole because I knew they were coming to get it. So I just went out, lifted the hood, and just yanked every wire I could find to yank before they left with it.
Yeah.
It was a real dick move. I'm sorry about that, you know. But yeah, I feel bad for that actually. That guy was an asshole to do that. But I did.
I mean,
Everyone I could get my hands on, I
I
pulled
would,
out the spark plug
I would
wires,
do
any
that.
wire.
I would do that. I'm still kind of an asshole.
You're petty Betty.
Yeah, I have so I order from a company called God Ain't Petty, but I Am. And whenever I order their stuff, they always send me those, like Live Strong bracelets, but instead of, the Live Strong or, let go, let God on it, it says, you ain't got to get petty if you stay petty.
That's hilarious.
I was thinking, so we all know I'm kind of I'm recently divorced, but there was the last property exchange, I guess we can put it. He was holding something of mine hostage and wanted back some very nice Milwaukee stackable
Oh,
toolboxes.
toolboxes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Milwaukee's good stuff, man.
yeah. Well, I may have left some things in those boxes
Yeah.
that made it unusable or
Oh,
maybe
difficult.
unpleasant.
Very unpleasant to rehab.
There, yes.
To use for Wow.
That was less than 6 months ago. So yeah,
No, you are.
don't let the
That's
spiritual giant standing in front of you fool you. I'm a petty.
that is great. I don't even know what to say about
Yeah.
that. I can only imagine, and I can imagine. Speaking of transportation, it's the train set to whisk people across the largest country in the Middle East and to do so in style, according to the design just released. Saudi Arabia's Dream of the Desert train, which is slated to hit the rails next year, is set to be the region's first five-star luxury train.
Mm.
The first renderings have been unveiled, and it's a project between Saudi Arabia Railways and an Italian luxury brand. The train will launch fall of 2026. It's been designed by an architect, from Paris. The idea is to amp up luxury, and so this thing is the outside is solid gold. I mean, it is solid. Not the color is solid gold. I don't think it's made of solid gold, but it's absolutely a gold luxury train that you'll be riding. Look at the
Man.
it looks like a palace inside this bedroom on the train.
How much does it cost?
I don't know what it costs to take a ride on that. I mean, it ain't gonna be cheap. A 5-star luxury train. Where does it tell me?
I like how you said they're like trying to amp up luxury. I mean, isn't Saudi Arabia just like straight luxury?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, they're known for that. Yeah, the UAE and Saudi Arabia both. Yeah,
They fancy.
they know they are. They have nice palaces. They have tigers as pets, which is insane.
It is insane.
They-
I would really like to visit there, except for the fact that like I feel like I would get beheaded.
I'm pretty sure you.
I don't think they'd
wouldn't-
let me off the plane.
I don't think you'd make it.
I don't
far.
think I would make it there.
No,
at all.
I think you might speak up one too many times.
Yeah,
Like
they
at
would
the
take-
ticket window.
they would look at me and be like, "No, turn around.
Yeah, look,
Turn around." You know what?
you
I
don't-
wouldn't make
you
it through
don't look at-
pre-screening.
You don't look at men with the respect they deserve,
Right.
ma'am. We're gonna have to ask you to leave.
They'd cut my tongue out.
Oh, they would.
And
do
they've
a
got
lot of things.
they've got a really cool wrestling museum over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to go to that, and I would like to go eat some
Well,
of
I
this
think
food, and that
the
train sounds pretty tits, and I want to pet a tiger.
yeah the UAE is pretty open and
Are they chill?
they're pretty. I mean, yeah, within reason, they're chill.
And I don't fall within that
I
reason.
mean, I don't know.
Well, you
You
can be
know,
honest, Patrick.
you might have to put a headdress on. You
I
know,
mean, I could do that.
uh, apparently, I've known some folks who've gone over there and
I can cover
they
my
don't play
hair.
around about
I'm
it.
okay with that. I'm okay with that.
Matter of fact,
I don't think I would get taken in traffic. It did though.
my former on-air
Too
partner
old.
and his wife went over there and were holding hands, and they made him stop. You can't do that.
Can't do
You
that.
can't have a display of affection in
Nope.
public
Nope.
of any kind.
Nope.
You know, oh, two dudes can be holding hands because they're friends. That's cool.
That's what's up.
I mean, that's that's
Now it
common
all
there.
makes sense.
It's common over there.
Now
to
it
be
all
honest.
makes sense. I
What?
love that. No, absolutely. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Yeah.
It's an older book, but one of the things that he talks about is seeing two men holding hands in just this story. So, and it's like
Oh.
set back way back when. So,
Gotcha.
yeah, they've been doing that for a hot minute.
Yeah. No, I mean it has been around.
Yeah,
I
it
assure
has
you.
for a very long time.
I think
We're the
it's
only one,
probably
you
since
know.
about the beginning of time.
Yeah.
I'd say the Greeks.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we don't have to get into all that.
We
do
don't.
It's
Yeah.
not even necessary.
Yeah.
But
Humans are the only ones that make it weird, though.
Yeah.
All the just about all the nominals, they
Uh-huh.
get down at some point in time.
Well, yeah. By the way, I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the show because it's very exciting to tell you that got an interview that will run close to the end of the show with Buckshot Princess. Great. By the way,
So
I
good.
I love that name. It's such a
It's
great
so
name.
good.
But they are a self-described goth country band.
Mm-hmm.
And they are out of Conway, and they just had a massive viral hit, and got a deal, and have an EP out, and we're going to talk to them, and it's really good stuff. So you're going to be super excited to
It's a
hear
good
that
song.
interview. Yeah, I like all. I was listening to a lot of their music, and it was really good.
Yeah.
We've talked about it so many times. I don't want to bore people, but I just love all the fusion that's going on in
Right.
that genre right now. It makes it so interesting, just to see it. All right. Hey, I do want to mention, if you have legal needs, Riggin Law. Go see Kristen Riggin in Benton. It's Riggin Law. She's over on North Shore Drive. But they do family law. They can do any kind of corporate stuff that you need. If you have real estate stuff, elder law, pretty much just about any type of legal help you may need, criminal, civil, doesn't matter. What you'll love about Kristen and her team the most, I think, is they're just real people like you and I. So many times I've gone to, and you probably have too. You go into an attorney's office, you feel condescended to, talked down, or you feel like they're talking about like you don't understand it. It's too
Mhm.
complex for you, and you know what I mean. And that sucks. If you go see Kristen, this is why they've won a bunch of awards. Because they're real people, and they treat you like real people, and they talk like real people. It's just normal folks who just happen to be real smart and able to do the law.
Absolutely.
So go RIGGAN, RiggInLaw.com. Trust me, if you have legal needs and you reach out to Kristen, you're going to thank me for it, because you're going to be like, man, these folks are all right. And for what it's worth, she's actually pretty damn funny too.
Yeah.
She cracks me up.
It takes a lot of the stress off. I mean, you're when you go see an attorney, usually it's not for
It's
the best.
never,
Yeah.
it's almost never a good time unless you're going
Right.
to
To
tell them,
pre-plan
well,
for
yeah,
something.
or if I'm going to say, hey, I won the lottery,
Right, and I need to do
I need
this.
to
Yeah,
not tell
yeah,
my
yeah,
name.
yeah.
I mean, other than that,
Yeah, stuff like that. Usually it's a traumatic time,
Yeah.
and you need people that are going to be patient with you and talk on the same level that you have. Don't speak legalese, don't throw
Yeah.
statutes and this and that, and and cracking a joke can change everything.
it
Like
really,
it really can.
No, it does, and that's what I'm saying, is that it's awesome to be able to have an attorney that you just talk to.
Just be a human
You
being.
just sit down and you just talk. You don't have to
Yeah.
guard everything you're saying. Think about,
Right.
because you're always so self-conscious. Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
feel like I look like an
Idiot.
talking to
Yeah.
this very educated
Exactly.
person.
Like,
I'm
yeah.
going to say something dumb. I probably
Yeah.
don't use the right
Yeah.
conjugation. Who knows?
Whatever it is.
And you'll never feel that way there, ever.
That's
I promise you.
fantastic.
All right, let's talk about something else here for a minute. Let's talk about some influencers, maybe. Um, apparently, digital marketing agency Profile Tree looked at traffic data from the official websites of influencers, part of Forbes' top creators list. From this, they found who is the most engaging. Who's engaging with their fans the most? Number one is someone named Miss Rachel.
I don't know any of these
Who is
people.
Miss
I have
Rachel?
no idea.
You don't know?
I don't follow influencers. I don't watch.
Hold on. You know
Okay.
Mr. Beast.
I'm aware of Mr. Beast because of you and
Oh.
because he pops up on my Amazon thingamabobber. But
Yeah.
and my kid, I shouldn't say,
Yeah.
and I'm aware of the Pauls, because
Well, who isn't?
yeah, well, and because they were a big deal when my kid was, on the YouTube
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. But
Well,
okay, Miss Rachel.
I'm not familiar. Check her out, see what
I
she's
am.
about. But Mr. Beast is number two. And let me tell you something. If you like game shows and contests, watch the Beast games, because I'm going to tell you that may be among the most compelling competition shows, game shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, he puts people in some real positions, man. I mean, really. And it progressively gets grittier and grittier as you go, because you're having to make decisions that, I mean, some people are lying, some are, there's just a lot going on in it. And I think it's 10 total episodes is what it is. And I promise you, it's damn well worth your time. If you like Big Brother, if you like Survivor, if you like any of those
Okay.
things like that, if
High
you like Squid
drama.
Games, yes, it's high drama. A lot of people winning money. One thing that's cool, one thing I really like about it, besides the variety of tasks they take on and compete in, is that you are playing for $5 million. That's the prize,
Mm-hmm.
which is the biggest prize ever in a game show. But number two, throughout the whole thing, he's giving money away to people nonstop. I mean, one lady won an island, a $1.8 million island. An island. She's got an island, Hey, that's kind of cool. Wish I had an island. I'd go live on it right now. You probably, if I could get what I needed, if I could get what I needed, grocery wise,
Absolutely.
resources.
Absolutely. I'm
You
out.
give me an island, I'm out of this bitch.
Yes.
I'm gone.
Some
I'm
special
gone.
seeds.
You'll never hear me. I'll be out there just chilling,
some
smoking,
plants.
having
Yeah,
fun.
some plants.
Yeah.
Refrigeration.
TikTok star and comedian Matt Rife is the third highest engagement.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he is. I thought he may have gotten canceled, but apparently he has not, and he's
He
doing
probably
better
just
than
went
ever.
to treatment.
He sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
That's pretty big.
No, that's huge. Miss Rachel, basically, she does videos for toddlers.
Oh.
So that may be why she's the most engaged or whatever.
One of those curiously strong items there.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, she does songs and has, it's, I don't know, maybe like a Wiggles kind of thing. I don't know.
Curiously strong.
Yeah, I haven't watched any of this stuff in a long time. But toddler learning, so
Okay.
baby and toddler learning with Miss Rachel.
I wouldn't like it.
No.
Okay.
You wouldn't.
Number 4, TikTok star Livy Dunn. Number 5, Logan Paul, who's also WWE, right?
Yeah.
Number 6, Alex Earl, TikTok star. Oh, I do know these guys. Number 7, YouTubers, comedians Rhett and Link.
Sounds familiar.
Number 8, TikTok star Addison Rae.
Sounds familiar.
YouTuber Ryan Kaji, and Call Her Daddy host Alex Cooper. You know that podcast, Call Her Daddy?
I don't.
Oh my God, I don't. It's not for me. But it's like in the top 5 of the planet now. And it only started like a couple years ago, and it's your kind of bag.
I figured since
No,
the
no,
title is
this,
"Call Her Daddy."
yeah, no, this is your
Yeah,
bag.
it sounds
I
it
swear to
sounds
God,
like my
I
stuff.
just turned you on
Boom.
to something, man. You need this in your life.
Oh,
You're gonna like this.
meow, kitty,
Very, very,
kitty.
very, very empowered.
Yeah,
Very empowered,
yeah,
and very owns everything.
yeah.
You
Fits.
know what I mean? Owns her shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
So I think you might connect up on that one pretty
Okay.
good. Yeah,
Thanks,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. That's what I do. That's what I do. You know, who do you guys love as far as who are you watching alternatively to regular, entertainment? I guess now it is. I guess streaming is regular, or YouTube, or all these
Is
different
it?
things.
Oh
I
my
mean,
god.
it is mainstream now, isn't it?
Oh,
Let's see.
life is weird.
Oh, he said, is Luke responding? Yeah,
I don't know. My
man,
thread
it is
is
acting
weird.
up, man. It's really aggravating me. Mike said,
Mercury
"Good
is not
news.
retrograde.
My boobs will be slightly smaller than last summer." That's good. No,
Good for
that is
you,
good.
bro.
Yeah,
Good
he's
for
been
you.
working on that for a minute. He's
Yeah.
detransitioning, and so
I'm
I'm
proud
kidding.
of you. I'm
Just
proud of
kidding,
you.
buddy.
Did they turn it back out, like
The
from the
nipple, the
inside out? Oh
inverted
no,
nipple.
the other,
Oh no,
the
that
bottom
they can't do
surgery.
anything with that.
No,
Uh-uh.
sorry. I mean they can. It's just,
Yeah.
it's got a harness.
Who said not with flag football? That's a lady sport.
I don't know.
Who said that? Is that Brandon?
No.
That's funny. No, that was Mike. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
lady
Mike.
sport. Flag football. Yes, it's a lady sport. That's right. Hmm. I think that's powder puff football, isn't it?
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, let's move on, shall we? This is really cool. And
So okay, I gotta tell you this though. The
okay,
first
what?
time when I went to high school, I'd never heard of powder puff football,
Yeah.
and I honestly thought that like they were playing with like a puff, like a powder puff, like they were throwing that
Oh,
instead of a football.
that's hilarious.
I know, right?
That is funny.
Okay.
It's funny some of the things that we think when we're younger that we really believe.
Oh yeah.
Like I remember somebody told me, and I really I appreciate them now that I think about it because probably it was on the school bus. It was an older kid, and I'm sure I was the annoying younger kid who probably they were just sick of me,
Yeah.
and so they gave me something to occupy myself.
Yeah. It's just because you've had this voice since you were 4.
Yeah, since I was 4, I had this deep voice, but they told me, like a dum dum sucker, the little paper it comes in. Say if you roll it and twist it and roll it long enough, it'll turn into cloth. That's what they told me. So I spent hours until that thing turned to dust. I thought it would turn in. I really thought it would. I was very young.
We actually have that in common.
Yeah. What do you mean?
I was given
Somebody told you that?
sucker wrapper. Yep, my brother.
Really? What is this? Some kind of snipe hunt thing?
You said that, I was like, holy shit.
Wow, that's wild. I didn't
Yeah,
know any other
they did
human
that.
being had ever been
No,
told that.
my brother did that to me. My
Wow.
brother would give me candy and be like, hey, it'll turn to cloth. It'll turn to
Wow.
cloth. Actually, yeah.
That is wild.
Wow.
I'll be damned. Listen, this is interesting. When life gets tough, you need more than a quick fix. And look, everybody's trying to yell at you and sell you a product that's going to make you feel better. You can't turn on anything without that. But a lot of times, these one size fits alls. You're not like everybody else. Your physiology, your chemistry, your body, everything about you, while you may share certain genetics that we all do, a lot of it's very different and very unique to you. We have a new sponsor, and I really like what they're doing. It's Botanical Alchemy Nutraceuticals. Now, they're owned by veterans, but they tailor CBD sublingual recipes to your specific needs. Yeah, so they do a profile, they do a test and a profile of your chemistry.
Yeah.
And they tailor it, whether it's pain relief, stress, anxiety, weight loss. They do custom blends. So they're not just selling CBD. they're really creating a personalized solution designed for you. And what they do is once once they make your custom blend, your
Mhm.
proprietary blend, you try it out, and if it needs to be adjusted, you just reach out to them. They'll make that adjustment for you until it's spot on exactly
What you need.
what you want it to be.
Man.
And that's pretty cool because there are a lot of people out there who can't take advantage, or perhaps they don't like the euphoric effects of
Right.
marijuana, right? But CBD is over and over demonstrated to be very, very powerful and potent.
Absolutely.
So you can reach out to them. Again, they're veteran owned, they're expertly crafted, they're custom done. Go to bantex.com, or you can call them 210-889-8416 and get started on it today. Bantex.com. Check them out, man. I mean, it's really cool to get something custom like that, and it's not something that's going to break the bank either. They're very, very reasonable. But I like, the I'll tell you, I had an experience with CBD really that I have is really positive, which is the tincture, the sublingual, where
Yeah.
you just put it under your tongue. There's one that I'd gotten probably a few years back, and they quit making it, and I couldn't find it again. But you would just put like a drop under your tongue, and like I'm telling you, within moments,
Mhm.
you could feel calmer.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, it would absolutely just take the edge right off. And it was not marijuana, it was
Right.
not
It
weed,
was
it was
CBD.
just CBD.
Yeah.
And so
Man.
I would use it to sleep, to help me
Yeah.
to just relax before I went to sleep.
Absolutely.
And that was really cool. But I've seen other people use it in events of anxiety or stress.
Yep.
Because if it's that instantaneous,
That's amazing.
yeah, that is really cool.
Well, I love that. I mean,
Yeah.
it blows my mind, all the different directions and all the customizations and just niches and
I think that we're at one of the cool things about now
yeah,
that I think you're talking about is um, our advancement in understanding our own physiology.
agreed.
And as a result of that, we've been able to design things that are more specified to you and your needs, tailored.
Oh yeah.
And that is, you're so many good things are happening with that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
It's weird too. It's so funny. I randomly the other day. Sometimes I want a donut. It's not often
Yeah.
anymore that I gotta have
Right.
one because I've really worked on that. But if it keeps popping up in my head, I will
I'm
give
gonna have
myself
one.
that donut.
Absolutely.
And I drove around for 15, 20 minutes looking for a donut shop, and I was like, we must be doing better as a society because I don't see many of them.
Right.
I'm like, man, where are all the fat people going, man? I don't know anymore, but yeah, I mean, it's just like that. We're all, whether it's Ozempic or now, I'll tell you this, I know this for a fact. You don't have to buy Ozempic. You can get the same stuff offline,
Yes.
non-pharmaceutically,
Yep.
There's
There's like four other options.
and have the same effect
100.
and less side effects actually.
Absolutely.
And I know this for a fact because I know somebody who's done both, and it's much cheaper,
Yes, it is.
way cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
getting fleeced.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, you knew that already.
Y'all knew that.
Everybody, anytime something's $1,400, $2,000 a month to do, it's like, come on, man, what could you possibly have that's worth that?
Oh, you.
What?
I'm trying to figure out what little doggy's talking about.
What is he saying?
I have no idea. He says he's been watching a British guy remodel a burned out French chateau on YouTube, and then
Yeah.
he says, "I share Amanda." What do you?
What do you
are you
share?
sharing with me? Because you don't have me to share me. I don't know what we're talking about,
We're
Mike.
just sharing Amanda.
Yeah, are you just sharing
Is
in a
it just
general?
like your profile?
I don't
or
know.
A picture.
We've
or...
talked about 4011 things since I've looked at this thing.
That's so funny,
and he's a great rebound. So
Yeah.
who's that for?
Who's a great rebound?
little doggy.
Oh yeah, definitely great rebound. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I think I see where he's going here. I'm not sure it's working, but I see where he's going here. Yeah. No, I see it now. I at first I wasn't seeing it, but now
Little doggy needs a
I get
wingman.
it.
Oh.
I get it. Yeah, no, I hear you. That's
Get a
funny.
chateau, little doggy.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to something else here before we find ourselves in trouble somehow.
Oh yeah, y'all.
Okay, we're talking about Medicaid. This is great too. All right, this is awesome. A new opioid-free pain medication approved by the FDA on Thursday, marking a non-addictive alternative.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Jernavix. It's made by Vertex. It's the first and only approved non-opioid oral pain signal inhibitor.
Okay.
So just like an opioid, you
Mhm.
you just don't care about the pain anymore. It kind of blocks that nerve
Yeah.
signal. You just
It
feel
blocks everything.
you just float.
It
I
blocks
don't like it.
everything. I
I'm
don't
not a
hate
fan.
it.
But anyway, the new drug is intended for treatment of moderate to severe acute pain in adults. Um, so patients with acute pain after surgery due to broken bones or an injury often given opioids. Just had someone here the other day who
Mhm.
has been taking hydros and now is on oxy as well.
Yeah.
And anytime somebody tells me, I look, he may take it exactly the way he's supposed to,
Right.
but anytime I hear oxy, I get
I
nervous
do too.
because they say it's so
It's so
difficult to get
bad.
off of.
It's so bad. Well, and I mean, Aaron he's got a dang F patch.
Oh yeah, no,
Like I mean,
he's got
his
everything.
pain.
No, but
God
his
bless
pain
him.
level is different.
Is stupid.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
bless
he's
bless
dealing with
him,
some
bless him,
really
bless
difficult
him.
stuff, and he's had multiple
Yeah,
procedures, and
it's ridiculous.
I mean it is tough for him.
So, what is this Germanix, Germatics, Jerry Rigger, and whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it consist of?
Well, all right. It says the main reason traditional pain relievers have addictive properties or intolerable side effects is they work by modifying the receptors in your brain. This medication is a drug that inhibits sodium channels, so it works outside the brain on the pain receptors. So it's going directly to the pain receptor versus changing the way your brain
Okay.
processes it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
why are we just not doing that?
Well, I don't
It's
know.
my
I mean,
question.
they just found out. I guess they just kind of.
Oh, I forgot science.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, science.
Science.
But it says
Well,
in
go tits.
2023, over 5 million Americans had a prescription use disorder.
Yeah, that's
I
the
mean,
ones y'all know of.
Yeah, that's right. That's just
That's the sick
yeah.
part and the sad part.
That's half of them.
Is we see these numbers and the numbers are horrific. I mean, they're absolutely horrible, and they're not even
Oh no, it doesn't scratch the surface.
doesn't scratch the surface.
No, most people don't talk about it. I have a friend of mine, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you have to live your own life, But there's a friend that we have, and that friend has probably a bag of 30 prescriptions, and I'm like, there's nobody on the planet that should have 30 prescriptions for almost anything.
Nobody.
You're something's wrong.
We're in the business of sick.
Yeah. Listen, if you're taking more than 3 medications,
There's something wrong.
check it.
There's something
Because that's
mad wrong.
Yeah. I will say, not everybody probably says it anyway, but I didn't do Ozempic, but losing weight really helped me a lot.
Losing weight,
immensely.
mhm.
It helped my blood pressure immensely. It helped my fatigue immensely. It helped my energy
Yep.
immensely. It really is life changing to do it when
Hydration,
you can.
like water,
Yeah.
like even you don't necessarily have to go super crazy and change, everything. Like you don't, if you can just start with
No.
drinking more water or park a little bit further away in the parking lot, take the stairs instead of the elevator. Food sensitivity test.
Yeah.
That was a game changer for me. Because
Yeah.
I thought that I was eating healthy. I would eat edamame for a snack because it's just little soybean. It's
Mhm.
nothing. I'd eat salads, or we, have big stir fries with all this stuff.
What is the food sensitivity test? How's it done?
Well, you do. It's a blood test.
Okay.
So the one that I did, and the ones that we've gotten offline, you prick your finger,
Mhm.
put little blood drops down, and you send it off, and it tests for sensitivities.
Okay.
So found out that I have a gluten sensitivity, which I'm grateful that I'm not like celiac, because I freaking love pasta and bread and
Yeah. What
zero
else did you
F's,
find besides that?
onions,
Yeah.
soy.
What does it say it does though?
Inflammation.
Does it tell you specifically?
It would give me a percentage, and the person I sat down with went over it with
Oh,
me.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And in the offline stuff we got, it has little pamphlets, and you get little
So, can you
info
say
sheets.
from that you've noticed any differences?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So what all have you cut out that you were recommended to cut out? Onions, I guess, somewhat.
Yeah, I've cut out
Somewhat.
onions to the best of my ability. Like, I don't cook with them, and I'll try to get them off of something if I'm ordering something like a cheeseburger or something.
Yeah.
I limit how much Asian food I eat, which breaks my heart because I love it.
Why is it the
The soy
oh, the
and
soy?
the onion and the gluten. There's a lot of soy, onion, and gluten.
There's a lot of gluten in it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like dumplings,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and there's gluten in
See, I
some
like
soys.
sesame chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gluten there.
You could tell me that had razor blades in
And
it, I'd
you
still eat it.
still eat it,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll eat around it.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Oh
work it
yeah.
out.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, and just limiting how much I eat of it,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I just didn't know.
because it's so good.
what. So inflammation was the main impact.
Bloating. So I would go on a date with my manses, and it's like, let's go have some Asian food. Hell yeah, I love Asian food, delicious.
Hmm.
And then by the time I finish eating, like, I'm bloated and uncomfortable, and I don't want to play around.
Yeah.
It has an effect.
Yeah. Well, rice. Anytime I eat rice, I feel bloated.
Yeah.
But I don't typically eat just a ton of rice. I'm not a big rice person.
You're not a rice guy?
No, I'm
Are
a
you a
French
potato
fry guy.
guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
potato guy.
Yeah, I'm a potato guy.
I like potatoes.
Yeah, in almost any variety except the crunchier ones. When they're more Irish, I don't love it. I don't like
Yeah.
them. I don't like them that crunchy
No.
potato. No, unless it's a chip.
Chip?
A
Yeah.
chip. Yeah, chips okay. I do eat chips. Like if I have a sandwich,
Mm-hmm.
but a handful. I'm not. I don't just love chips. I've never been a savory
gotcha.
snack kind of guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love
Yeah, I
Lay's
know you do.
original,
With
but
hot sauce.
with hot sauce. So, what's your favorite cut of fry? French fry.
Crinkle.
Crinkle? Really?
Yep. Yeah. Fat old crinkle fry, man.
Like
It's a good kind.
soggy?
No, it don't.
You like
I
it
don't want it
crisp?
crispy, but it kind of crisp on the outside, soft on the inside.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, the best fry was 1980s McDonald's fries.
Oh.
If I could go back in time and buy those and bring them to the future, I would.
Yeah.
They made those with the good fat.
Yeah, they did. And
beef tallow.
overstuffed.
You know what, too, it is so aggravating is, and I know it's better for us, but I remember, even though I did not work the counter. I always wanted to. I was jealous of the people that worked the counter because I was in the back working the food.
Fries.
I was actually the grill guy,
Okay.
but the fry guy, I did fill in for him like for a day, and I remember when we'd make the fries, you'd take as soon as you got them out, you'd go salt them because the salt adheres to the grease.
Exactly.
And it sticks to it.
Yes.
And man,
That McDonald's sauce.
God, damn, those
My
were good.
mouth
man.
is watering.
They were so good.
Mm.
Now they don't put any salt on
They
that, man.
suck.
It's like just throw a little salt on
Just
it,
a little salt,
please.
salt.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not a big salt person in general, but on my fries, I do like them.
Yes.
I like them to give me high blood pressure
Yes,
when I eat
I
them.
want heart palpitations
Yeah.
by the time I'm done.
Yeah,
eating
let me
them
shake a
fuckers.
little bit, feel a little queasy, something. I need to
Yes.
know that I did it
Eyes
because
twitch
yeah,
a little
the old
bit.
pupil.
Yes, the
yeah.
glitch.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
The glitch.
the glitch.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But when you get it, yeah. No, I've had that where my people just start.
Yeah.
Yeah, You can't do it. It's like kind of like getting a cramp, except it's not a cramp. It's just your.
Yes.
It's a twitch in your eye.
It's an eye Charlie horse.
Yeah, it goes for however long.
However long
a
it
minute,
goes,
2 minutes.
and you just chill with it, and God forbid it happen while you're driving.
Oh no, you don't.
I'm
want
like,
that.
oh shit.
Yeah.
This
yeah,
eye's over here
yeah.
looking at the heart hospital, and I'm over here just trying to make sure, Grandma's not cutting me off. I'm like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, yeah. You're talking about fast food a little bit, and so I did see this. The price of fast food, I think everybody knows, has been going up.
Yeah.
Some restaurants, it says, use a technique that entices people to pay more than perhaps they were planning to. The so-called charm pricing technique. Charm pricing.
What country is this in? Because ain't nobody charming at any fast food restaurant I'm going to.
I know that's right.
So
Damn, I know that's right.
yeah.
Is why many menu items are not priced at full dollar amounts. Our brains process numbers quickly and often emotionally during purchasing decisions. So when an item's $9.99,
Okay, I got you.
your mind latches onto the 9, not the 10.
Okay.
Well, that's not really
That's
new.
BS.
This is a
Yeah.
fake article about
Yeah.
something we've all known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God,
no,
y'all were bored. Did y'all have AI write this?
Yeah, that is not charm pricing.
No.
That's just the psychology of sales. It's
Yeah.
been around forever.
That is not charm pricing.
No, that's just
No.
pricing.
That's just pricing.
Yeah, no.
They've been doing this forever.
No, that I remember when I got into retail, and they would tell you don't ever price anything with the zeros on the end. It's always either a 9979,
never a zero. Yeah.
something like that. But
Never
no
a
zeros.
zero.
Yeah, and because there was a psychology to it, know,
Yes.
and there is a point. I mean, if you say 29, I even though it's close to 30, you think 20 first. You're like,
Yeah.
it's in the 20s.
Yeah.
But if you say 35, that's too much for me.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a big difference
the-
between 29 and 35.
Yeah, psychologically at
Yeah.
least there is.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Even though, like, at this point with taxes and fees and everything, that 29 is pretty much 35.
Yeah. it
So
is.
I
Yeah.
don't know. The way I was raised is round up. We always round up. So I never really
Oh,
saw
yeah.
your 9 anyways.
Yeah. No.
We always rounded up, and then I learned how to do tax and tip and things like that, kind of in my head, or at least a roundabout. And I'm a weirdo. I like whole numbers, so your 9 just gives me anxiety. I get rid of it to begin
When
with.
is Yeah. No, I get that. If you're
Yeah.
doing quick math, rounding up is the way to do
Yeah.
quick math. When is the last time you did not tip a server? I'm just curious.
I know.
Because I know
I'm
how
pondering.
I know you're even you might say, oh, they're having a bad day, or
Mhm.
I know you are. I mean, so that's not
Yeah.
that goes against the grain.
It
for
does.
you.
It does.
So I would think you would have to have a pretty egregious scenario.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly,
You can't think.
I
of it.
really can't
How
think.
about-
I know it's happened, but the last time I can think of was at Damn Good on downtown President Clinton Avenue, and it wasn't that I didn't leave a tip, but it was like 10%. Like it was because I will almost always would leave just, and this was a few years ago, mind you, probably 6-7 years ago, but at least like
pre-pandemic.
at least like a $5 bill or something like that.
Yeah.
No, this was post-pandemic.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you just triggered something. Post-pandemic,
trigger.
Gassano's that was in Little Rock, 430 in West Little Rock.
Yeah.
No, because I keep remembering, like my husband didn't leave a tip, and I snuck a tip out because I
You
felt
did?
I
'Cause you
felt
felt
bad
bad?
for her. I felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
what's
can't.
what's the right amount to tip?
I've changed a lot on this.
Mhm.
I really have, because I would tell you 20%, with service industry, 10% on, like your hair or nails or something like that. But I've gotten to where I go by a certain coffee shop every morning after I leave here.
Mhm.
And I've started to tip based off of my interaction with them.
And I think that's different. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, I think if you have a relationship, so to speak, where you're seeing a particular group or individual
Yeah.
regularly, and the business interaction's really good, then I think that's an outside the box type of thing. You're saying, hey, I really appreciate you and
Oh,
what you do.
but this is kind of the opposite of
Oh, it's
that.
the opposite.
I wouldn't
Even.
say I have a bad
Oh,
experience with them, but it's a very cold.
oh,
And I mean,
and so
y'all,
you've downed your.
yes,
Wow,
yeah,
now that is interesting.
yeah. Well, you've seen me now. You know what? We started the show
September,
yeah,
October. I'm sorry,
yeah.
October
So
15th.
at least the past few months, y'all have seen me once, maybe twice a week.
Mm-hmm.
Probably twice a week, and I've ordered the same thing. I know that I am not a movie star or a celebrity
But
or
you're a
whatever,
regular.
but I know you're gonna remember me.
Look,
I know you're gonna remember me. So, and I'm not saying treat me a certain way, but like, it's cold. It's a cold exchange. There's not a how are you doing?
right.
Are you getting another? You getting this? Get
Yeah,
whatever.
you want your regular?
Yeah, or they ask me my name every effing time, which fine. That's fine, but it is the most cold and
Yeah.
sterile interaction I've had
And
at
so
some
you
place
just
that I
downgraded your
hell
tippage.
yeah, I
Wow,
did.
that's
Y'all get the
interesting.
minimum from me.
That's interesting.
Y'all get the
That's
minimum from
interesting.
me. The minimum that's on that little thingamabobber.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when I was younger, I might have at some point left no tip.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't necessarily do that now, only because I know the struggle is real. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? But I'm certainly not going to give you 20 or more percent on something like
Not
that.
anymore.
Now, I don't tip that high an amount at the dispensary.
Oh, you tip at the dispensary.
You don't?
I don't go to the dispensary.
Oh, well, if you go see an urban pharmacist, it's different. You know,
I
you're
have
you're paying your
tipped.
premium
Yeah.
at an urban pharmacist already.
Oh.
You know, I mean,
I've been to
most
both.
people are. Let me
I've
say
been
that.
I've
I
been to
can't
both.
speak on you.
Okay, so this is a conversation we'll probably have to have
Offline, yeah.
offline.
Then circle back. We'll circle back.
We're gonna circle back.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
hate
circle
it,
back. But
but
you know
yeah,
what?
no,
I
I get
think
what you're saying.
yeah, I know the premium there at the dispensary.
See, I go to the dispensary, and I one of these things that I don't like that's more recent that you see in some places is where they like to hit you with these hard ass credit card, like if you're using your debit
Fees.
card, and I hate that I'm being charged $3.50.
Yeah.
I'm like, this feels a little harsh, to be honest,
Yeah.
because I know there's an acquisition fee.
Yep.
I understand how the card game works.
Yep.
You're paying a percentage of it. If you
Yeah.
don't think so, if you don't know that,
You are.
in order to accept credit cards, you have to have a merchant account,
ID.
okay? And they take a percentage, and it varies depending on how much you do, how much, how big your business is, how much they're making, all that. But so I don't like that. But I started to, because I frequent the dispensary
Yeah.
once a week probably,
Mhm.
and so they get to know you. And then, like you said, I kind of got her, but it's a positive,
Yeah.
So now I'll be like, can you charge? Because if I don't ever carry cash. Like
Yeah.
I just don't carry cash.
Right.
I used to all the time,
Right.
but I'm married, and I'm not allowed to have
You're not allowed to have cash.
because it's not trackable. So my expenses have to be considered, So, but I'll always tell them, hey, can you bump it up just a little bit, so I can tip you, and it might only be, $3
Yeah.
or whatever it rounds up,
Yeah.
But those guys make, if you work at the dispensary,
would
you
do
make pretty
that.
good dough.
I mean,
I
would
think
do
they
that,
make
yeah.
pretty good deal because
Yeah.
I know at least where I go, and there's only 3 of them I frequent, and
Mhm.
all 3 of them are different, a different ownership. They're not all
Yeah.
the same,
Right.
but every one of them, when I go in, those jars will be packed. Those tip jars are packed,
Yeah.
and I know they spread them out amongst probably all of the bud tend. Do they call
Bud
them
tenders.
bud tend?
Oh
Well, and
wait,
by
no,
the
maybe
way,
they're not bud tenders.
no.
I don't know. Are
Oh.
they? Because isn't a bud tender somebody
Well,
that's
let me
actually
tell you
tending
something.
bud?
We can talk about that tomorrow with our cannabis expert who'll
I
be in
can't
the house
believe
tomorrow. Yeah, Chase Murphy's going to be in the house, y'all, from Good Day.
I need a sub for BNI.
Yeah, they called me yesterday.
Seriously, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to be at, so there's a cannabis expo coming up in March, and I'm sure they'll chat about that. And I hope everybody comes out for that because the break room's actually going to be there as a vendor, I guess. But I'm not obviously not a bud vendor.
Who's
or
the
anything.
organizer?
Arkansas Cannabis Times, Canna Times, or whatever. I'll
Can you
chat.
connect me up?
I'll chat.
They should come
Lee,
talk about the
yeah.
event on the show.
I'm actually really good friends with the main organizer for that,
Okay.
Lee Major. But I will
From
chat with her from Arkansas
From
Times.
Fall Guy?
No,
The $6 million man?
it's a lady.
Oh, okay.
It's a lady. Unless Lee Major got put back together,
No.
You
no,
know,
well,
with
at this
different
day
part,
and
I
age, it could be a
mean,
different Bionic
it could
now,
be.
you know.
Hey.
All
I've seen
right.
Archer. But we're gonna be there. We're gonna do a kind of a demo. We're gonna come up on stage. I hope I can share this and bring some folks up to.
Break.
I don't think we're gonna break. I've been painting our punching bags, and I think
Yeah.
we'll bring our punching bags and let people take some, foam bats and wiffle ball bats to them and everything. But unless anybody's got a really great idea
Do you have
on
a,
how to let people break without anybody getting hurt,
All right, how about
their
this?
plexiglass
Now,
room.
I know this is a little out there, okay?
I like it.
Do you have a stab room where you have beanbag chairs and people just with knives, just this is beanbag stuff everywhere. Just welcome to the stab room. We kill.
My insurance would
killing
get
it.
canceled so fast.
We're killing it up in
you,
here.
You know I couldn't promote that at all. I'd have to change all the characters. I'd what how can it do an exclamation point?
That's the
and
best.
shit?
That's a great idea. That's
Somebody come up, yeah.
It's $1 million
I love
idea.
it. I love it.
The
well,
murder clinic.
The murder.
Fake murders. Come murder. Fakely. It'd be great. We're killing over here. Come choke a bitch.
Hey.
Not really.
We'll get some crash test dummies.
Yeah, just do all kinds of stuff. Yeah, that's it. Mannequins. That's
Yes,
you can
y'all,
bust
give me
mannequin
your old
heads open.
mannequins.
Bust some mannequin heads, man.
Y'all,
And you
bring me your
hold
stuff.
on. Listen to this. If you had here's your $1 million idea. If you had mannequins that you got
mannequins.
like from Dillard's, throw some out or whatever.
Okay.
And then your client could bring in some clothing that was representative of something she was emotional about, put it on that mannequin, and then kill it. I mean, beat it, break it, whatever
Pretend unalive it.
whatever you want to call it.
We
When
didn't
the
say
bat
kill on
hits
here,
the
right?
head and the head flies across the room, that's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
here for this. I'm taking notes.
I'm telling you, man, I got
Pin
ideas. I
in
got
this.
ideas.
You keep saying you're going to come out, and
I
you've
do-
yet to
I
come
do-
see
I-
me.
I do need to come out there.
Y'all
I
need to bring
really do.
Laura out there too.
Yeah,
she might
we
want to
need-
break some shit. Your
I'm
boys.
sure for me. Yeah. No, we need to make a family thing of it. Yeah, let me work that out with them, and we'll definitely.
Come
I
on
need to
out.
anyway. I need to get to this though because it's a really good interview. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Their whatever video medium they used was probably not the greatest, and I'm guessing they couldn't see their screen very well because Peyton, who's the lead vocalist,
Mhm.
she's about half her head is in the screen sometimes, but it's a lovely half of a head, and it's a very good interview, very interesting. They're super fun, and so let me just launch this. This is Buckshot Princess, y'all. Here we go. Man, I'm so excited to welcome to the show Buckshot Princess. These guys have exploded onto the scene, I guess with your, viral single that went out last year. Man, that thing blew up and it went fast. What's new? What's going on with Buckshot Princess? I know you have the EP going.
Yeah, we just welcomed our new bassist into the band, so the squeaky wheel kind of got the grease finally, and we're back and running. Currently, we're working on a music video for our newest single, Ride On, which will be out sometime at the end of this month, beginning of next month.
So, had all of this been in the works for a little while when that song blew up online, or did everything kind of domino after that?
Everything takes us by surprise.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, how did your, deal come about? I mean, they, saw your song blowing up online. Someone reaches out to you and says, "Hey, we like what you're doing, and we want to be part of it." Is that what happened?
We are still completely independent.
Really? That's
yeah.
amazing, actually.
Yeah, we are really self-sufficient as a band. I feel like it's a lot of work, but I think it's worth it to get to have our own creative vision, really.
No, I get that.
know,
I get that completely.
What we want, yeah.
No, I mean it's so smart to be able to be independent as long as you're able to, and continue to do what you do. I listened to a lot of the songs over the past few days, listening to those, and I have to tell you, and I don't know if you've ever heard this, Peyton, but your voice reminds me of Johnny Cash and Edie Brickell had a baby.
That is one of the nicest things anyone has ever said to me.
Well, you have that a little bit deeper, haunting tone, but you have a real unique intonation and pacing in that. How did you develop your singing style?
Well, I started singing with my great grandma, who used to sing in the church choir, but she would really hit a lot of vibrato, like
Right.
and so when I was a little kid, I always sang that way. And then I joined the school choir, and they said, "God, you can't sing that way." And I got it together. I had a real vocal coach whenever I used to participate in Miss Arkansas. So really, Miss Diana Caldwell is a little bit responsible for the way that I sing now.
Okay. Well, tell me, for you guys, who were some of your early influences musically that drove you to the sound you have?
So well, I think they're really scattered.
That's good. That's what I like to hear.
In a way, they're different for everyone. I mean, we have a few touchstones that we all really like. Johnny Cash you mentioned, or Lana Del Rey, or a couple or sort of harder punk stuff like Black Flag or the Misfits.
Yeah, I noticed that you guys, kind of refer to yourself a little bit as gothic country. Is that right? Yeah, which is a unique kind of blend there. What made you go, let's go into this more alternative realm, and choose that direction versus a more traditional country style?
I think it just kind of came very naturally. It was just when we got together, that was the kind of stuff that came authentically to us.
Yeah, well, It's like, I like Johnny Cash. I like the Velvet Underground too. And so we just have a wide range of nicer and a bit harsher influences.
I think your timing is so good. Country has exploded with lots of new and different sounds. I have a friend of mine. They have a band called John Bailey and the Heathen Revival. I don't know if you've heard of those guys. Yeah,
we were supposed to play a show with them, and then 3 of us came down about dead with a horrible sickness. So we didn't get to, but we would still like to.
Yeah, man. I love, what I love about them, I love about you, which is this fusion that's happening, that's really amazing in country. And I think it's exciting. I think the new sounds are exciting. I think it's reinvigorated country, and I think the charts are demonstrating that, So you're about to drop your new single. How are you guys getting out to support it? Are you going to hit the road? Are you going on tour? What is the plan?
For maybe the first time ever, we're going to try and have a real marketing strategy. We have lucked into, a lot of success. As hard as we work, we're also have been extremely lucky. I'm not blind to that.
Well, we're really diligent workers. Like we've last year we played a show almost every month. We try to practice constantly, but we also have like no concept of how to really do anything. So our nose is always at the grindstone, but it's sort of, we're almost Mr. Magooing our way.
Yeah, we have a music video in the works for this one, and it's a narrative video for the first time. We've really scripted, so we're hoping to be able to market with this video and drop them both at the same time, build up some anticipation, which we're never able to do. We can't sit on anything.
No, I'm the same way at Christmas. My kids, I'd almost give it away every year if my wife didn't threaten me with my life. Yeah, that's very exciting. Who directed your video?
Well, it's me and a friend of ours, Amy.
Man, you guys really are full gorilla on this, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, you just straight up like, we ain't calling nobody. We're just going to do it.
We do it all in-house.
No, that's great, man. It's good. Do you print your own shirts too? Please tell me you do.
His little brother.
I knew it. Hey, damn, man, there's nothing you don't do. I love that, though. As self-contained as you are, that's amazing. Because if ever the opportunity does show up, you're going to know every aspect of how it all works, and you're not going to be blindsided by anybody,
Yeah, we're an efficient little machine.
Yeah, well, clearly you are, So you're working to launch this video, and you're going to get a push on that. What about upcoming shows? Are you going to be playing any shows in Central Arkansas in the next few months?
Yeah, our closest ones are going to be in March. I believe a March 8th show and a March 22nd show, and those will be at Sticky's.
Yeah, that's great, man. Those are a couple of institutions. I love Sticky's quite a bit. Chris King and Suzanne over there are just really good people, and I really enjoy any time I get to work with them and promote those guys, because they really do a lot to support local bands, local music, and help them, succeed. So I have a lot of respect for them. And of course, Vino's is, it's Vino's, man. It's an institution.
Yeah.
You go get some beer, get in that back room there, man. And if you can't make something magic in that back room with a punk country sound, I don't know what you could do.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we would, I know that you guys are often busy, but if you ever get an opportunity, we'd love to have you in the studio, have you do a song here. We're getting ready to hopefully, we're working to get an outside stage put together so that every Friday we can have a band come out, hook up, and maybe do a 3-song set, bring, people out, and kind of what the plan is. We do a show every day from 6:30 to 9, like a normal morning type program. But I kind of wanted to go Kimmel or Good Morning America and go from the inside to the outside and do a full performance. So we just bought an outside set of equipment for that very reason. And so I would love to, in the near future, have you guys out to do that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Especially now that we've got, for sure, our core members held down. We're looking at doing a lot more stuff. So.
Well, man, listen, I would love to be in any possible way a contributor to your success, to share things and help you. So I'd love it if when you do drop your new video, if you would let us know so that we can get it out to everybody that we can through our social media and through the reach that we have, and talk about it and hopefully get people to listen to it,
Yeah, that'd
Absolutely.
be amazing.
Yeah. Hey, look, I go by, what I refer to as the Adam Sandler principle. And if you've ever watched an Adam Sandler movie, the cast is almost always the same. And the reason for that is when they were young comedians, they kind of made a pact with each other that if anyone succeeded, they'd bring everybody up. Well, Adam did that, and I believe if we all work together, we're much better. I'm so tired of people tearing each other down, and we try to uplift people and local talent here and make it boom, And so any way we can be part of it, please consider us a resource to help you.
That means a lot to us, genuinely.
Yeah, listen, trust me, ask the guys over at John Bailey or if you know Luke Shoemaker or, any of these guys. Man, we do a lot of work with local music around here. And I mean, we interview a lot of other, like Valentine's Day, we're going to air an interview with Giovanni and the Hired Guns. But we want to put you on the same map as them, on that level, get you blown up and get you out there. So let us know any way we can do it. So, let me ask this before we go. If people want to find more of Buckshot Princess, and trust me, they want to, how do they go about that? What's the easiest way to get you some Buckshot Princess in your life?
We do have a formal website, buckshotprincess.com, where we can have merch for people that are not directly at the shows in Arkansas.
And want to support, yeah.
Our manager updates it hyper daily.
Okay, great. And I assume one of you are the manager, so yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, absolutely. I figured it was one of you. One last question before we go. How did you come up with the name? Did you just, randomly point at the dictionary? Did you go to AI? Did you just, who invented that one? I know it's one of you.
Yeah, I've had that name for years, just like moldering on my phone, because I would do this thing when I was in college where I'd just go and eat like lunch by myself in the middle of the day, or sometimes with Grace, our manager, depending on how the schedule worked out. But I would just like sit and think and go, oh, that sounds like a cool band name. So I had just like hundreds of, and when we were first getting the band together, I'll spare them the indignity, but they were banding out some names that sucked, and I was like, I can't. I was like, hey, what if we did Buckshot? It's like, oh, that's cool.
And I couldn't imagine being called anything else.
No, that is such a classic, great name for a country band. I'm shocked it hadn't been taken 10 times before. So somehow you stumbled across one of the greatest names I've heard. You're not going to forget it. I'll tell you that much. So if you want some of Buckshot Princess, you head over to buckshotprincess.com. I'm certain that your music, I've seen it on YouTube. I'm sure you're on Spotify and other places as well. Is that correct? So yeah, you probably they're saying, Google me, bitch. I'm here. That's what's up. So do that. Check out Buckshot Princess. These guys are grinding. They're independent and they need our support to hit that next level. So let's give it to them, people. We're out to the people now, so it's going to be magical. Get ready. All right. Thank you guys so much. And please do let us know when that single drops, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you guys a lot. I'll reach out to you again soon. Bye-bye. There you go. That's Buckshot Princess. If you want them, you can go over to buckshotprincess.com. They really are good. A really interesting band. This alternative country sound I really like, and I think you will too. At least give them a listen. I mean, they're local. Check them out. They're blowing up. As always, I want to say thank you so much for being part of the show. And listen, if you need any help with real estate, I got you. I can help you out. Helping some folks right now buy a very, very nice home in a gated community in West Little Rock. And no matter what kind of home you want, if it's 100,000, 300,000, or 10 million, I can help you do that. So just reach out to me, Patrick at patrickandthepeople.com, or text me, call me, 501-575-5485. Meanwhile, as always, you're the greatest audience in the world. We're very thankful for you. We'll see you tomorrow.